On June 25, 2022, police responded to a report of a domestic dispute outside a hotel.
You okay?
Good.
You're what?
I'm good.
Did you call 911?
No?
Okay, because someone called saying that you were getting beat up.
Ew. Who would
I
do
don't
that?
know. Were you with someone?
I'm from New York. I don't get beat up.
Hey, I believe you. But were you just with someone?
No?
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 Keep driving around. She's advising this isn't her.
Ew. That's disgusting.
What? What?
Really? I'm just waiting for Uber to get home.
Right. Well, when I'm told that someone was beating up a white female in a white dress and you don't have any shoes on.
Do you really think I would put up with that?
I don't know you.
She's so entitled. She thinks she can lie. She's drunk. She had a fight. Watch.
But I'm here to verify with you.
Ew. No. Okay. No one's touched me. I appreciate it. I support Dunway. I have a business over here.
That's affirmative.
Ew. I would never get touched from anyone.
Okay, that's fine.
After being met with resistance, the first officer went to find the other involved party. Meanwhile, another officer received confirmation from a witness that the woman was involved.
I got an independent witness advising.
No one touched me.
Okay, well, what's going on out here tonight?
No one touched me.
I didn't ask that. I asked what's going on tonight.
Nothing.
Okay, so why are we out here, and why do I got like multiple reports that you had a fight with someone out here?
Seriously.
Yeah, seriously.
There's no problem.
Well, there is a problem
What is the problem that was called in?
because there's a disturbance between you and another male.
Someone doesn't want to stay at the hotel. I've got to drive home. I'm sobering up.
Okay.
So I'm standing here to sober up to go back home.
Where's home at?
Home is in Brookhaven. My daughter has a 17th.
Do you have your ID with you?
Shoot.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Oh shit. So what happens when we're intoxicated outside, and then you're sitting there telling me that,
I'm not.
and you're telling me
causing
that.
anything.
Well, there was a cause out here. That's the reason why I'm out here.
No, there wasn't. I'm actually just trying to go
I
home.
can do that too.
Okay.
But what I'm saying is, just about that, you got a bunch of pigs.
It was
out here,
you?
so I know you need to.
Oh my God. Okay, homeless. All right. Go get a job. Really?
You had nothing to do with calling this in with you.
I support Dunwoody. I finance Dunwoody. I have a business in Dunwoody. I'm not going to do this based on them. I
Well, I
make
don't know
good
who them
decisions.
is, but them did
I
not
make
call.
good decisions. I make good decisions to make better for myself. There's my ID. Jesus. Seriously.
261 name, date of birth.
Look at my salon. I've got a business in this area.
Last name is going to be spelling E.
Angelo,
Echo, R,
seriously?
Romeo, A Alpha. And the first name is Carol.
You.
Carol.
Oh my God.
0128 1970.
I'm not driving. I'm going to my hotel room. I'm not driving.
Okay, well, listen to me. You're
What?
intoxicated.
Yeah, I'm going
One
to my
more, I'm going to
hotel.
go ahead and take you
I'm
to
not
jail. Do you understand
driving.
me? It does not matter.
For
You
what?
are out in the public area. You're intoxicated, and you're cussing at people walking down the road. That had nothing to do with you.
You guys are ridiculous.
Go ahead and lock her up.
Lock
You're
her
under
up.
arrest right now.
For what?
For disorderly and
Angelo,
We'll stop.
what am I doing?
Relax your arms
Relax.
before you catch another
Guys,
charge.
come on.
Relax.
I'm trying to wait for Uber.
I don't care. Relax your
I'm
arms.
waiting for
Relax
Uber.
your arms. Now, look, this cop sucker right here, I don't have a lot of empathy for her, but the idea you can get locked up, put in torture cuffs, simply because you don't want to interact with cops. They're locking her up because why? Why are they putting her in shackles right now? What did she do that made her a danger to others? He doesn't like how she's talking to people? Screw him.
What are you doing, Angelo?
He didn't do nothing. I am.
I'm just waiting for Uber to go back to Brookhaven. My daughter just turned 17. I got a hotel room. Oh my God. What? Seriously, guys?
Yeah, no, don't get me wrong. She's a cop sucker. But yeah, why are you putting her in torture cuffs? Why is she being put in torture cuffs? You walked up to her, started questioning her. She said, I didn't need your assistance. And now you're torturing her.
I donate to your Dunwoody. What? I got a
Here's where she says, I'm a cop sucker.
hotel room. Oh my God. What? Seriously, guys? I donate to your Dunwoody Police Department. I'm salon over at Park Place with the lawns. And
Okay.
really?
Yes,
I donate
really.
to you.
Babe, it doesn't matter. They got to lock up somebody every night. You got to feed the beast. That's why this channel's growing at 50, 60,000 new subs a month. This woman won't back the blue tomorrow.
Big time. Yes.
So the thing is that when you're cussing at people that walk by that have nothing to do with you,
I'm not doing anything.
you
I was
sit
just
here
waiting
cussing
here.
this guy walking by you. It's got nothing to do with you.
Who is he?
The person you just cussed at.
Who cares if she just cussed, bro? You put people in shackles and torture them. Who cares? Who cares if she cursed at somebody? There's no reason to shackle her up like a pig.
Oh, we can't talk anymore?
We can't cuss
Is that
at
what's
people.
come down to? We can't talk to people?
Put it in your truck.
I'm not going to
Yes,
jail.
you are.
I've done
You are going to
nothing
jail.
wrong.
You're under arrest. How about that?
Under what?
I hope this rich lady sued because there was no reason to arrest her.
For disorderly under the influence, and if you keep pulling away
I
from the
am
officer,
not.
wait one more time, you're getting
I'm
instruction
trying
cards.
to get
Walk.
a
Look how tough they're being with someone who's been drinking. She doesn't have rationale. She's been drinking. It takes away your ration, takes away your reason, takes away your choice-making ability. Alcohol does. Number one problem in America is alcohol. And now they're going to get tough with her? Watch.
For disorderly under the influence, and if you keep pulling away
I
from the
am
officer,
not.
wait one more time, you're getting
I'm
instruction
trying
cards.
to get
Oh, you call one more time, you're getting an obstruction charge. You hear me? Like, whoa, 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 whoa.
an Uber
Well,
home.
if you pull away from
Are
the
you
officer
guys
one more
seriously
time,
doing this?
I will have another charge on you. And yes, I'm dead serious.
Why? I'm just trying to go home.
Well, tonight you're going to jail, unfortunately. Have a
So say she did have a spat with her lover, her husband, her boyfriend, her cousin, her sister, her brother. Who cares? There was no law broken in this man's presence. There was no danger to society. He caused all of the problems. The cops caused the whole thing.
seat in the car.
There's no charges under anything.
He doesn't care. He can charge you with disorderly and say you were drunken in public. And you got a Kevin Judge. You're going to lose the first one, so you got to appeal it.
I'm not going to argue with you about it. Have a seat in
Guys,
the truck.
seriously,
Seriously?
I gotta come.
Yeah, seriously, bro. You're so far out of line. You're kidnapping her when she was waiting for her Uber. You walked up and engaged with her based on your suspicion, a Terry stop based on a phone call that two people were arguing. When you got there, there was nobody arguing. There was no noise disturbance. There was no public disturbance. This cop caused this whole thing.
Company,
Get in
I
the
donate
car.
to Dunwoody.
Get in the back of the Tahoe before
What
you
are
get
you
another
guys doing?
charge.
Oh my God.
You don't care about your cop sucking, honey.
Inside the truck.
Seriously?
Yeah, seriously.
Dead serious.
Yeah,
I've done nothing.
I know.
I
Well,
just
then-
want to go
Then
home to
when you get to
Brookhaven.
court in August, you can explain it to the judge that you
What
did
are
nothing.
you talking about?
Get in the
court
car.
in
Slide in the
August?
truck. You're going to have a court date in August.
I want to know the charges right now.
I'll tell you when you get in the truck.
No, you
I've already
tell me
told
now.
you.
That is
Disorderly
my
under the
right.
influence and obstruction
Oh.
because you're fighting.
Look, it's impossible for any decent. Look, this woman is upper crest, top 1%er. She has extra money to donate to pigs who are already funded. They're already funded, but she donates to them. And what she donates to is to an executioner's dungeon. Watch. Can't even get into the executioner's car.
Truck.
Watch
You're
her.
going to have a court
Watch her. She can't get in the car. Watch.
date in August.
I want to know the charges right now.
I'll tell you when you get in the truck.
No, you
I've already
tell me
told
now.
you.
That is
Disorderly
my
under
right.
the influence and obstruction
Oh.
because you're fighting where you're pulling away
I'm
from my
trying
officer.
to go home.
You're fighting my officer. That's fighting. These beta males don't know what a fist fight is.
You are under arrest.
Get in the vehicle. Boy, you go home feeling like a real man, don't you, bud? This guy goes home. Man, I told this lady who was 50 plus, I told her, Get in the vehicle. You should have seen how I said it. I was intimidating in her face. She broke no laws. She hurt no persons. She donates to this fund of executioners. But I told her, get in the vehicle.
Rest, get in the back of the truck.
I'm trying to go home.
In the back of the truck.
Are you guys seriously?
Absolutely.
Honey, you're going to get to see what it's like to get booked into the dungeon. I hope they show the whole thing here. This is great.
Oh. It is my daughter's. I just came here to.
Yeah, you came there to have a nice time. Alcohol gets everybody in trouble, and the solution for alcohol is throwing you in jail and giving you a criminal record. That's the solution if you're drunk. Not to go somewhere for 5 or 6 hours in a tank, not to just get a timeout to sober up. Charges against you.
I saw it on this seat.
Really?
I don't know how many times more I've got to tell you. Yes, really.
Really?
Honey, we're all so shocked when we
I know
Absolutely.
your people in Dunwoody.
Okay, well, I don't know what people you're talking about.
What is your officer's name? Who are you?
I'm Sergeant Foreman.
Foreman?
Yeah,
Okay.
move your foot.
She thinks she's going to get somewhere climbing the ranks. I gave money to so-and-so, and so that guy's going to help me take you down, Sergeant. They're all in it together, baby, and you're about to find out.
I donate tons of money to Dunwoody.
So you trying to go?
Put a 1 in the chat if that's the most ridiculous thing you've ever heard. She donates tons of money. She donates tons of money.
Sitting there saying
No,
that because
I don't
you
want
donate
any
money, you can
favors,
go to
but there
jail?
is no reason
It sounds like you do want favors.
of money to
So
Dunwoody.
you trying to go and sit there and say
No,
that because
I don't
you
want
donate
any
money, you can
favors,
go to
but
No, you know what? I don't love cop suckers, obviously, but she is correct. She is being arrested for nothing. He walked up, antagonized her. She said a curse word. He's arresting her for a curse word. She's right. The cop sucking is just, she backed the blue until it happened to her, and now she won't.
there
jail?
is no reason for this. I'm sitting there waiting for Uber to go home.
Okay,
She's correct.
To go
you're
home.
intoxicated out in public and you're
So what?
So they just create laws that they can arrest you for anything. It's legal to drink. It's legal to buy alcohol. You can go to an establishment and have some drinks. You can take an Uber home, but between the time you leave the establishment and the time you're waiting for the Uber on a public street, he can say you were drunk in public.
okay. Move your foot.
Once again, folks, these are black laws. These laws were created for blacks during the black codes. The black people could not be drunk in public. Look it up. Look at the cop sucking. Other officers dealt with the male suspect this is a cop sucking channel, by the way. So they dealt with the male suspect, who apparently they had an argument and they were drunk. Big deal.
Oh boy. I have no idea what's going on.
Of course he doesn't. You got an argument with your wife, and now Pigtail here is gonna look at Pigtail. Can someone put Pigtail in the comments? Here's Pigtail.
Okay, we got a call.
We got a call, so that means we're now suspicious. You got to go in torture cuffs, bro. You and your wife of 20 years who just got your 17-year-old daughter to graduation, you don't ever get to argue, ever, bro. You are going in torture cuffs, brother. Pigtail here, you're going to have to acquiesce all your man strength and give it to this little woman because she's going to put you in torture cuffs, bro.
That two individuals, and I can open all subscriptions, over there, or in some kind of altercation.
Who called 911?
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, bro. People like yourself called 911.
Then I have no comment.
Exactly. Shut up.
Okay. Who is she?
My girlfriend.
Okay.
And I have a reservation here for a room, which, okay. And what's going on?
That someone said that you were in an altercation with her.
All, I did not do anything. Oh, see, so someone else called something. So who called what?
Right.
See, he doesn't know how to talk to cops. He doesn't know how to tell them to back off. There's no probable cause. There's no probable cause standard here. Your reasonable articulable suspicion has led from a call to a nothing burger. So you have no singular articulable fact that's criminal to detain me or arrest me. That's what he should say, but he doesn't know how to talk to cops.
Someone called us, and she was standing there as the only person matching the description who was in an altercation with.
Okay, an altercation, but what does that mean? Someone saw something they didn't like and they called the pigs, and he's just doing this hands up, don't shoot thing. But he has to be able to say, do you have probable cause, or do you have a singular articulable fact that would justify reasonable articulable suspicion? Is there anything here criminal? But he doesn't know how to talk to cops.
Now you, because she's naming you, and the front desk clerk saw you two together earlier.
Okay, they saw us together, but they didn't say they saw me beating a woman. There's no probable cause standard here. So this is a civil dispute. This is not a criminal dispute. There's no blood, there's no damage, there's no witness of damage. Stop talking.
Carol, I did nothing.
Let's go
Do you have
over here.
an ID on?
And now here comes Ponytail. Let's go over here and talk, trying to control somebody. That's where the control begins. And you guys see what I say. I'm not moving my feet.
You, sir?
Oh, sure. I have an idea on
Okay.
it. I do feel that I did nothing, Carol.
Bro, you don't know how to deal with cops.
So you can talk to me.
Why is she being apprehended?
Well, I talked to her, and she was.
Why is she being apprehended?
Detained.
Stop.
Oh, now they're grabbing him. He's not allowed to be upset that his girlfriend's in torture cuffs.
Why?
Because, well, I have not gone over there to talk to my supervisor.
She did nothing
Okay,
wrong.
can I please see your ID? And we will talk with you.
Okay. She did nothing wrong.
We know, brother. We know. You're white bread. Sorry about that, but you're just experiencing it. What happens when you back the blue until it happens to you. You're experiencing it now, bro. You don't understand what's going on. This is what cops do in America to people every day. Now, mostly they do it to poor people, poor white people, or poor black people, or poor brown people. But they mostly do it to poor people, people who don't have any money, people who can't afford a reservation at this posh hotel right here. Okay, most people can't afford to go spend the weekend in some posh hotel unless you're in the top 10% of wage earners.
Wrong. Jesus Christ. What is going on here?
You live in a police state, prison state, death state. That's what's going on, bro. The cops were called. That gives them the right to put you in torture cuffs.
Here's my ID.
Okay, thank you, sir. So we will find out what's going on with her.
There's nothing going on with her. You came up. There was nothing going on. There's still nothing going on. You're cuffing them up for no reason.
Because I am not a part of the conversation that.
She has done nothing wrong.
Mhm.
She has nothing against me. I
Okay.
did not call anything. I don't know what's going on here.
Okay.
That is wrong.
Right.
Well, I
It is wrong. That's right.
don't know what she told them.
Okay.
So I don't know if she's refusing to identify herself.
She doesn't have to identify. There's no probable cause standard. There's no probable cause, so you don't have to identify without probable cause. There's no such thing as stop an ID state. That's a lie. There has to be probable cause, or at most you have to identify yourself as good citizen.
Or she's giving false information.
She's probably combative, but
Is she drunk? Has she been drinking tonight?
we both have.
Okay.
But I don't think that
That's not illegal.
merits anything for her being fucking
Well,
hog-tied right there. Please. Please.
well, once we get her
No, dude.
in a
Oh
spot,
my God.
our supervisor.
Every second his girlfriend sits in the back of that truck is 10 minutes of her screaming at home. That's what he's doing. Every second she's in the torture cuffs is 10 minutes of her screaming at home. So 1 minute equals a full day.
Will come over here and talk to you because that's who was talking to her was our sergeant.
She
Okay.
does not deserve to be hog-tied.
Exactly, bro. Just so you know, 99% of people don't. 99% of people don't need to be torture cuffed, bro.
We have a hotel room. She can come into here.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
See, the reason he's so upset, he's lost all control of the situation. These people here now have total control over his life. He's done nothing wrong. There's no probable cause. There's no criminal activity. All it took was some random person calling the cops and saying these two people are having an altercation. Now his girlfriend's in torture cuffs and the police have taken over his evening that he was celebrating their daughter's 17th birthday.
Jesus Christ, really? But I do object for what I saw over there. What I saw was her being hogtied,
Bro, every day it happens to people.
and I don't believe that she deserved that.
Okay.
I did not call anything. I don't understand this. What I believe is something is being. Okay.
Okay, so you're saying that you didn't call.
I didn't do anything. We have no fight.
Now you got this dumb shit over here. Okay, so you didn't call. Somebody did call, though. Somebody called, and so, you got to, if you stand up again, you're going to have to be torture cuffed. Let's take a bet right now. Put a 1 in the chat if you think by the end of this video, this guy goes in torture cuffs. Put a 1 if you think they're going to put him in torture cuffs. Put a 2 if you think he's not going to go in torture cuffs. Put a 1 if you think they're going to torture cuff him. Put a 2 if you think he's going to get through this interaction the next 13 minutes without being put in torture cuffs.
We are a conversation. We are a relationship. I don't know who did what, but what I saw her being hogtied right there is unacceptable. And I do not understand what's going on there.
Bro, you live in a police state. You just don't know it because it never happens to you. She's not being hogtied. She's being detained under the Terry policies of 1968 that the cops have the right to detain you for their safety. The cop said she was under arrest, not just detained. So if the cop's lying, that may give you the idea that you have to produce ID, but you don't. He can lie to you and say you're under arrest and put you in the back of the cop car, but you're not under arrest. He was just lying to get your ID. That's a fact. He could say you're under arrest, which means there must be probable cause. You learned on YouTube that the only way you can get arrested, well, 95% of the time, the other 5% is based on suspicion. Well, anyway, without probable cause, you can't be arrested. So she's probably like, well, if I'm getting arrested, I got to give my ID because there must be probable cause. No, you don't. You don't give your ID till you're down at the jailhouse and they're booking you, or they take it out of your wallet. And then I sued their asses when they did it to me.
There. I will sit here and listen to you guys, but I saw her being hogtied.
Okay. That's perfectly fine.
Thrown down, and hogtied.
Bro, that's how we all get treated, dude. That's the reason I'm the way I am, dude.
That's perfectly fine because we're just trying to figure out what's going on.
That's not perfectly fine, dude. Talking. Copper.
And hogtied.
That's perfectly fine.
That's not perfectly fine.
We're just trying to figure out what's going on too.
Okay.
You're not trying to figure out what's going on. You're dominating people because you have a badge on that didn't need to be dominated.
Because when I talked to her, she didn't really want to talk to me.
Why would you want to talk to a pig?
And that's fine.
She doesn't want to talk to anyone, which is her right. But for her to be hogtied, what I saw,
Dude, they told her they're taking her to jail, bro.
there, 4 men hogtied her.
Bro, it's just called detainment. That's all. No big deal, right?
Unacceptable. And I want to know what's going on.
Okay. I'm sure you'll be getting an answer here in the next couple minutes.
Okay. And I will admit, you hogtie her, you are going to feel the wrath from her. So I don't understand why she was hogtied.
Put a 1 in the chat. She does not sue. I'll bet she does not sue. She loves the cops so much. And this was on June 25th of 2022. This is a year old, so we'll look it up and see if she sued.
That's what I want to understand. 4 men physically putting her down and hogtying her. So I want to understand what that is.
Are y'all married?
It doesn't matter if we're married.
It does matter.
Look how many cops they have. $100,000, $120,000, $150,000, $180,000, $200,000. You have $500,000 standing around right here. At least $500,000 standing here like a bunch of G.I. Joe losers that we're paying for. But we don't need to change the system. This is working out perfect, right? For a white lady and her husband who had a disagreement and someone called the cops on them. So now we need to change the entire dog shit system. Dog shit, dog shit, dog shit, dog shit, dog shit.
No, it does not. We are common. We are together.
You're not common, bro. She donates spare money. The rich lady's got spare money along the top here. She's got money to give to pigs extra. Look at this doofus.
So I want to understand what this is.
Look at him having a great time. This guy's life's being turned upside down, but to him, it's just a good old time. Oh, some guy's excited about his wife being put in torture cuffs. That's funny. Ha ha, that's funny. He's having a good time. Look at him.
Is.
Are you married or not?
No, we are
You all
not.
live in the same house.
Why would you have to answer those questions? Man, people don't know how to talk to cops.
Yes, we live in the same house.
Why are you answering any of this pig's questions?
How long have y'all lived together?
Why would you answer that?
2 years.
Okay. So the reason why we're out here is because we got a call of
You got a call, but there was no crime being committed when you came out. There was no probable cause standard. You initiated, you dug, you annoyed her, you caused the problem, pig.
the fight. Between
From who? From who?
It doesn't matter. Anybody can call on you, and all of a sudden you are now criminal.
someone that called 911.
From who?
Doesn't matter. Anybody can call on you, and now you're under the gun of the government.
Doesn't matter. Somebody called about it, man.
It doesn't matter from who.
It doesn't matter. As soon as these jackboot thug pigs get a call and they get to put their authority on you, they're going to.
It absolutely does. Independent witness.
I want to.
There's no witness swearing by oath or affirmation that there was probable cause. Somebody called because they were having a heated argument and they're drunk.
Understand 4 men taking a woman down, hog-tying her. And
Bro, that's how it goes across America. You're just learning of this, dude. That's what I'm trying to say. People are like, oh, Chille. Listen, the reason why my channel's growing at 50,000 plus subscribers a month, every day there's new people coming over. So send this video to your cousin, to your best friend, to your mother, whoever the copsucker is in your family. They're only one interaction from pigs away to becoming a member right here on Delete Laws.
that's what you did. Where is she? And I'm here. I'm here. Where is she?
She's locked
You
away.
put her in cuffs.
Yeah.
And you hog-tied her where? And put her where?
I can tell you, I just saw her. She wasn't hogtied. She was in cuffs, absolutely, but she was not hogtied.
Oh, because he did. Listen,
Where?
listen to this jackboot thug pig. How many times do I offer to put them in cuffs and they say no? It's worse than being hogtied because you're a human being. You are a human being that is being kidnapped. You have rationale. You have logic. Hogs don't have the same logic that human beings do. You realize you're being destroyed and cheated as it's happening.
I can tell you, I just saw her. She wasn't hogtied.
Oh, yes, she was hogtied, piggy.
She was in cuffs, absolutely,
No, she's in torture cuffs, pig.
but she was not hogtied.
No, she was hogtied in torture cuffs that are hurting her wrists even as he speaks.
You didn't put her down on all fours?
I didn't. I just got her.
Okay.
I just walked by her.
Okay.
Stand up on her
Whatever
feet.
you want to do
Hmm.
as a man who is in a relationship with her, you understand my predicament, right?
No, I'm here to try to understand with you.
I don't understand.
What? This is their human relations guy? This is the good cop standing over here? You're trying to understand what it's like to have your girlfriend put in torture cuffs and kidnapped away? You're trying to understand it, bro? You're doing it. You are the executioner. You are the pig on the scene, bruh.
Right?
No, I'm here to try to understand with
You're here to try to understand. You're the guy doing it.
I don't understand what's going on.
you. So, like you said, there's
The cops can do anything they want in this country, and that's what's going on. There's no limit with reasonable suspicion. There's no limit. There's no limit with reasonable suspicion. You call on your mother, you call on your brother, you call on your cousin, you call on your boss. I call right now and I say, the guy across the street, I'm afraid he's beating his wife. That's it. The cops come down on you, put you in torture cuffs. There's no rhyme or reason to it. They say they're suspicious. That's the end of it. You go in torture cuffs. That's the dangers of Terry versus Ohio. That you're looking at a Terry stop. This is a Terry stop. They'll say it was a call for service. They got there. There was no probable cause. There was no reasonable suspicion. They began to investigate and ask, what are you doing here? Are you with somebody? We got a phone call. She said, I'm just taking an Uber home. He grabs her and puts her in torture cuffs because she uses a bad word on the street.
Who reported it? Who's complaining? And I am
You want to understand?
I'm her man.
You can
and
keep
no
talking
one's
to them. I'm
complaining.
here trying to help you understand.
You're trying to help him understand. He understands perfectly well, bro. And when he sees this video, he's going to understand even better. You don't understand that what you do is terrorism.
You want to talk about it?
Talk about what? Get my wife out of the back of the frickin' car. Get her out of torture cuffs.
Yeah, let's talk
Okay,
about
so
it.
like the other officer was saying, my sergeant was saying, there's a 911 call out here about a fight.
Okay, there was no probable cause when you got to the scene. It doesn't, anybody can call on anybody. Right now, you guys could call on me right now. Anybody can call on anybody. You could call right this second and say that your dad's beating your mom and here's the address, and they'll send the pigs out there and your dad will go in torture cuffs. That'll happen that fast. That's what you're looking at.
Okay.
Who?
You gotta understand, it doesn't matter.
Who
You're in
is the
public.
911
Dude,
call?
You're at a hotel in public.
No, no, that's their residence once they rent it.
It doesn't matter who called. You're
My
doing this
God.
for everybody.
That's their domicile once they rent that room.
Can see it, and anybody can call about it.
Right. But then you go out there and you see there's no reasonable suspicion. There's no probable cause and you leave them alone. But that's not what you pigs did.
Oh my
Now,
God.
who called about it doesn't matter. The fact is,
See that? Listen again, folks.
doing this where everybody can see it, and anybody can call about it.
Oh my
Now,
God.
who called about it doesn't matter.
So that means you could call the cops on anybody you want. You could call on absolutely anybody, and it doesn't matter who called. You can just ruin someone's life by calling the cops on them.
The fact that somebody saw that, they called you, described you, we found you, and y'all are doing some shenanigans out here, all right?
Doing some shenanigans, but they're not breaking the law. There's no reasonable suspicion of a crime. They're about to commit a crime. There's no crime committed. There's no probable cause. This is just tyranny. This is not the rule of law standard that I talk about all the time. This is a tyrannical police state. He says they're out there doing some shenanigans. She was waiting for her Uber.
That, they called you, described you, we found you, and y'all are doing some shenanigans
What are they doing?
out here, all right? So we're out here to talk to y'all
No,
and figure out what's going on.
allegedly, right?
And that's why we're having a
Allegedly.
conversation.
Allegedly.
So we got to talk to people that haven't seen stuff out here.
Allegedly.
What did they see? She's not bleeding. You can look at the woman yourself. She said, nobody touched me. It's over. But not in America.
I want to keep that clear. Allegedly, right? Isn't that proper?
Right, but they get to torture you while they detain you. That's Terry versus Ohio.
Camera. Allegedly, someone says that something was going on here. But you didn't observe anything, right?
Nothing. Absolutely nothing.
Yeah, that's not how it works, man. So we
Dude.
got
No, that is how it's supposed to work. That is how the rule of law is supposed to work. Yes. You're not supposed to grab my wife and put her in torture cuffs, or my girlfriend. You're not supposed to grab my partner and torture her because you can.
Did you observe anything going on over here?
I hadn't
But
seen
I
what's going on
saw
over here.
my girlfriend with 4 officers
He still calls them officers. Yeah, it's a year later. We're going to look up their case. Hold on.
putting her down and tying her up. That's what I
Most
saw.
likely they found a probable cause of some sort of crime. I wasn't here for that. But no, these folks, yeah.
No, look how they just gloss over it. But listen to what the pig says here. Listen.
That's what I
Most
saw.
likely they found a probable cause of some sort of crime. I wasn't here.
Most likely they found probable cause of some sort of crime. I wasn't here. No, they didn't. There was no probable cause. There was no crime.
For that. But no, these folks, yeah, they probably put her handcuffs, and hog tie is not something we do.
That's exactly what you do, bro. That's exactly what you do.
That's what I saw. I saw that. So convince me wrong.
What's the hog tying to you? What's
Now you're going to get into what hog tying is, bro?
hog tying? I just want to make sure I'm
Putting her down on all fours, putting her both hands behind her back and her feet, and using ties to apprehend her. That is a hog tie.
Oh, they wrapped up her feet too?
So I walked up here just a couple minutes.
They wrapped up her feet too, is what he's saying. The woman who backs the blue, who donates.
She was walking on her 2 feet with handcuffs, metal handcuffs, just like you use behind her back.
Metal handcuffs.
That is what I observed.
Hog tying, no, that's not something we do.
If I'm wrong,
yes, it is what you do, bro. Sorry, you can't accept that you're a pig.
I've never seen that in this department ever.
Oh, I've seen it every day. I see it on videos every day.
I've been here
I'm
for
wrong.
3 years.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, we don't hog tie.
You do hog tie.
Like you said, it'll be on video camera if we did. I'm sorry.
You're sorry about what? Being a pig?
That's what you saw, but we didn't do that.
I have
No, that's exactly what you did.
no problem with the police.
Now he goes into his back the blue bullshit.
I love you guys,
I love you guys.
but this is up. This is up.
You know, I'm out here trying to talk to you. I don't know what's going on yet, man.
What he was saying, he just wanted to remain
So you're asking what's going on. I'm trying to help you understand why we're out
and he was out there yelling and cussing at her.
Okay, so two people having a fight? Put a 1 in the chat if you've ever had a fight with your girlfriend and there was yelling and cussing. Put a 1 in the chat if you ever had a fight with your boyfriend or your husband and there was yelling and cussing. I could put a 1 in the chat for myself, and I hardly ever raise my voice to my girlfriend or significant other, but I have in my lifetime. I have. And if someone called the cops on me, oh, he's out there yelling and cursing. And often people who are in relationships, they're touching each other and saying, no, wait, I want to talk. No, don't leave. Stay here, Chille. No, I'm leaving. I go to leave. She pulls me back. I push her. I say, no, don't. She pushes me back. Says, no, come stay. It's this passionate back and forth, but I'm not abusing my girlfriend and she's not abusing me. We make love to each other as well. We also do other stuff that's physical, but when you fight, sometimes it's physical where you're pulling on each other. Hey, don't leave. It's a back and forth.
So it was loud enough to where it drew the attention of another person. So
It was loud enough, huh?
Yeah, you're right.
Now,
I'm trying to help you understand why we're out
and he was out there.
someone said he touched her. Someone said
Yelling and cussing at her. So it was loud enough to where it drew the
it was loud enough.
attention of another person. So
Yeah, you're right.
I'm under arrest.
Yeah, go ahead and stand up.
Yes, sir.
And now here goes the blue gang to close in on him. He's under arrest.
Yes, sir.
Split your hands.
Look what they're doing to this man. Listen to what they're doing to him. Who put a 1 in the chat and said that they thought he was going to go to the dungeon? Who started off with the 1 in the chat and said that he would end up in the dungeon? Who did it? Who said up front that he was going to the dungeon? I said he was going to the dungeon off the bat. Did anybody else say he was going to the dungeon? He's going to the dungeon. Somebody said that he was up on her and they were having a screaming match back and forth. That's it, bro. You don't get to get mad. You have a girlfriend or a wife? You have a significant other? Don't you dare get mad. Don't you ever lose your temper. Masculinity will not be allowed. Any kind of aggression from a man, you will be arrested. Don't you dare show any kind of aggression, or they'll put you in the dungeon. They'll lock you up.
May I ask why I'm under arrest?
for disorderly under the influence and disorderly conduct.
For disorderly under the influence, because he walked up and asked, why are you arresting her?
So I got a third party that sit there and witness between
You have a third party that sat there and witnessed what? What was the crime?
you and her. Over on the corner, and you had her all pinned up against the wall, and your other
Okay. Wow.
It's not going to be this Explorer, but it's going to be the Tahoe right there by that stop sign.
Yes, sir.
Really, guys? Really? But you all want to listen to the homeless guy there. Really? This is weird.
Honey, welcome to America. Just because it hardly touches the rich, now you know what we all feel like most of the time with cops.
You guys are ridiculous.
Yeah, that's right. You got it, honey.
I've done nothing wrong.
We know that.
Just waiting for Uber to go home.
That was it.
If y'all want to listen to the homeless guy,
Not listen to the homeless guy. They can assert their authority and their power over you, so they're going to, and there's no checks and balances on the cops. You have to go through the court process without a third party reviewing the video and going, this is ridiculous. Drop all charges. Those guys are all suspended.
of his bullshit. Oh my God, I'm gonna call a few people once I get a phone call.
They take all your communication devices because you're not allowed to communicate after you're kidnapped.
Ability to Dunwoody? Absolutely. This is ridiculous.
Well, let's see if she did anything about it.
People talk. He parked the car. We came in. I decided to go back to my house because we have a 17th birthday with my aunts and uncles at my house. We are staying here. Why not listen to the story instead of assuming? Oh, God, you guys are making a big mistake.
Are they
big
though?
Mistake.
Are they though?
I sued my lawyer and I debarred him. I have lawyers. I have lots of people around me. My salon, my business has been vandalized through homeless people. You guys are going to listen to these people? You are done. I'm going to blast this. I'm going to put this in the AJC. I'm going to put this report in the AJC because I'm connected, and this is ridiculous. In Dunwoody, absolutely. Who called this?
I mean, and look what the cop suckers. This channel here, Crime Scene Cam. You know, just let them know you suck, because they do suck. Look what they wrote here. Officers were dispatched to a hotel in reference to a potential domestic dispute reported by an anonymous witness. So anybody can call on you. Anybody. When they arrived, the woman involved claimed nothing happened. When officers recontacted the female, her behavior escalated to the point where police felt it met the criteria of disorderly conduct, obstruction, and disorderly under the influence. What a cop sucker you are, Crime Scene Cam. You're garbage, dude. During and after the arrest, she reportedly invoked her status as a business owner and donor to the arresting agency, and even expressed copious distaste for homeless people and how the government's handling them. A lot of us don't love the homeless problem. I don't love it either. I don't love that there's someone walking by every 5 seconds that's destitute and on drugs. I don't like that. I have a problem with the homeless thing too. Does that make me a bad person? I hate it. Her boyfriend was also arrested and booked on similar charges. Unfortunately, an update of both of their cases was unable to be found as of now. Let me...
The hotel, the homeless guy, you just took two people who paid day and night and day, and worked their asses off. You just took two people away. Jesus Christ, no one hit me. Sometimes it just doesn't get along. Sometimes you just don't get along.
Right.
There's cameras right there to the right.
Right. That's right. Two people who live together, sleep with each other, shop together, raise kids together, party together, cry together, win together, fail together. Sometimes you have a fight with that person and it's not rosy. She's not bleeding.
Right there. Look up, officer. Right there to the right. Do it. And
there's nothing wrong with her face. There's no defensive wounds on her arms. There's no bruising. There's nothing wrong here. The cops caused the entire problem based on their Terry stop.
And I will challenge you, and I will sue the out of you guys.
Will you, though?
I pay you all. I donate. I did the Dunwoody donation. I do Brookhaven donation. I am salon over at Park Place. I'm friends with Brian Olson, Alon's Bakery.
Honey, it doesn't matter. None of those people will back you. They'll just they'll accept the money you already gave, and they'll pick the side of the pigs who violated you. You have no influence at all, lady.
I am Park Place. You want to with this? You're going to put me in jail for what?
Yeah, they are. They are.
I see those cameras right there. I see everything. Do not defund what I give.
No, they don't care. They already got your money. If it stops coming in, they don't care. They get government money far more than you.
I am New York.
I am New York.
And
Someone put that in the comment section. I am New York. I am New York.
what I give. I am New York. And I believe in the officer. I am a Republican, God damn it.
Oh, there it is. There it is. The right-wing Republican backers of pigs. There it is. There it is. Hey, Republicans, you bunch of following losers. If you're back in the blue, you're a fucking loser. You are a loser. If you're backing pigs because you're a Republican, you are a fucking loser. You are a loser. I don't give a shit. You're a loser. I'm not here to win you over. I'm here to tell the truth.
You take me out of this. I donate to Dunwoody. I go to Dunwoody Ball. I go to Brookhaven Ball. I donate to you police officers because I believe in you and believe in protection.
I'm a Republican. Didn't you guys just see recently the James King story that got to the Supreme Court and they kicked it back down to the lower court? They don't want to hear about Terry versus Ohio or qualified immunity. The Republican conservatives at the top, they're all for the police state. They're the ones who created it.
Sir, I didn't do anything to anybody. New York. I'm from New York. They got defunded. They get defunded. Y'all get defunded. I fund. So go fight for the homeless. Go ahead. Go for it. Yeah. I fund Dunwoody.
You don't. He gets the money from the 94 crime bill, honey.
Look up my company. Look at the reports. What I do as a female.
Oh,
Almost homeless people sitting in front of my salon, almost watching me to be raped.
To be raped.
To be watched over. My salon girls. My girls. 15 employees. I do.
And so then she takes her money and gives it to cops.
You're ridiculous.
Someone's got to find this lady. We got to track her and her husband or boyfriend down. We got to track them down.
You're retarded. Look at my business. Look at the reports.
I make so much money. And then I take the money and I give it to the authoritarian pigs.
What I do, how I protect myself as a female small business owner in Atlanta, Georgia. You want to put me in jail? I got employees to do tomorrow morning. I got to go to work tomorrow morning.
They don't care, babe. They're doing their job. Their job was to arrest you. They completed their mission. They got someone to take back to the dungeon for the night. You gave them their points. They get points for arrests. You gave this copper his points 2 times 2. You and your boyfriend are both going to jail, and they get points for that. And that's how they get bonuses, promotions, accolades, and awards.
You would have put me in jail?
Yes, he does. You're going to jail. You're going to jail. You're going to jail.
Because I have a dispute over someone? And
you're not allowed to have a dispute.
I remove myself to get an Uber? You're ridiculous, sir. Where are you guys for me when those homeless guys are there jerking off in front of my salon? So I can't be there tomorrow for my employees.
No. You're going to be in jail, honey.
To watch over them.
And I don't want her to go to jail. I don't love her cops sucking. I don't love any of this shit. But she doesn't understand how it works.
Because Dunwoody's not there for me at all. And I donate to Dunwoody.
She said she's donated like how many times?
And I donate to Brookhaven for the police. Do it. You go be great.
Mayor, I will bring this up tomorrow. You book me, this comes up, and I will fight. And I know everyone who called it on, who called it in. The homeless guy, the one with running around the park. Really, man? Really? You're gonna book me? How about him? The one that pisses on my business. So now you put me out of business as he walks free and pisses on everything. You're ridiculous. I will bring this up to the Council of Dunwoody and the Congress. You picked the wrong person. Nancy Pelosi's husband gets away with DWI, smash into a goddamn car, and you're going to take me downtown. I will find you in court, and I will destroy you. I know the law. I watch men jerk off in front of my salon, in front of Park Place, next door to Cafe Intermezzo. That's why they're not open during the day, because there's so many homeless doing shit, and they break in every day. You want to take me down? Who's going to show up tomorrow for my employees?
He doesn't care.
My employees. Because what? I have an argument?
Yeah.
What are you guys doing about the homeless in Dunwoody?
You're
going to lock me up so I can't
I'm not sure what the homeless have to do with this. I'm just confused by this lady, I guess.
show up tomorrow? Because what? I can tell a guy off? Really? I did something great for my life. Yeah.
Someone could go over here to a crime scene cam right here. His blurb here, like just cops sucking. And then when you go down in the comments, it's just cops sucking. It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. It really is unbelievable how people just back these pigs and they don't take a look at it.
I did it. You're going to take me away from my company. Go for it. You sleep good tonight, officer.
He will.
You're nowhere worth an officer.
That's his job, Tootsie Pop, to take you to jail.
Oh, go to the academy. Go to New York. You're a loser.
There it is, honey. Put the blame where it belongs on the pig arresting you. There you go.
You're nowhere near an officer. My two fathers served.
Oh, so she's the daughter of pigs. That's why she backs the blue like this.
You want to book me? Who's going to go over there tomorrow morning to clean up the shit from the homeless? Really, what would have been great is just get a ride home.
That's what honestly, you know what? I hate to say it, but that's a fact. They should have just taken her home and separated the two of them for the night and called it a night. But they didn't. They charged them both with crimes. I mean, just pathetic. Just absolutely.
A man says he was left with physical and mental scars after a traffic stop in 2020, just as COVID cases were starting to spike. He's now suing a state trooper in federal court after what he says felt like an assault captured on dashcam video. This is the same trooper who was nearly killed last December after crashing into a semi.
Our Tara Morgan with an exclusive interview.
No, this is a trooper who almost killed himself because he's out of control. Watch.
And what she's uncovered about the trooper's history with the State Patrol.
Aaron Wiseman on the hood of a state police cruiser, pleading for more eyes on this traffic stop.
What stands out the most to you?
Just the excessive force, and I mean, in all honesty, to me, it felt like an assault on me.
It was October of 2020, just 7 months after Governor DeWine announced the first COVID cases in Ohio, and when no vaccines were available.
Another Ohio
Trooper Jared Fitzpatrick pulls over Wiseman on I-70 East, just outside Columbus.
I don't have a mask. Go down. Put the window down, or I'm going to make the window open.
You can see Wiseman is wearing a mask. He says he was diligent about it.
I have pretty bad asthma. I've been in the hospital multiple times with pneumonias.
Wiseman says he first asked Fitzpatrick to put on a mask right when he came to his passenger window. And
I mean, look at how this douchebag is standing. Look at this douche. Like, I'm going to see we're at 128 here. I'm going to come right back to this timestamp here. But watch,
East,
watch
just
the
outside
behavior
Columbus.
here. Watch. Look at his behavior. Look at his, he's like, remember, they brainwashed so many people that if you didn't have a mask, you wouldn't get the COVID. But watch how he behaves. And we're going to go back up.
I don't have a mask. Go down. Put the window down, or I'm going to make the window open.
You can see.
Thank you. License, registration, insurance, please.
Trooper Fitzpatrick did not have to wear a mask as law enforcement was exempt under a state health order posted that July.
Because they knew we didn't need masks.
Patrol strongly recommended masks during initial approach of traffic stops, but were optional.
I was just shocked that someone could, when I have such respect for, you know, the job they do, that this individual would have such disrespect or care for my health and safety.
Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot to tell you. This is the cop sucker day. Just in case everybody didn't know, today's the day we're covering he's a cop sucker. He was a cop sucker. He backs the blue. He even says that term. Wait for it. Wait for it. He says, I back the blue.
And well-being, and it was upsetting.
Along with Trooper dash and back cam videos, ABC6
and
upsetting.
So you see how big this guy is.
Care for my health and safety and well-being, and it was.
Take a look at this guy. This guy's got about half the size of my arms, about half the size of my shoulders. Just a narrow little guy. He's just a regular human being. He doesn't spend time in the gym. He's not obese. He's not a thin little rail. He's just a regular looking guy. But let me show you something here.
Upsetting.
Along with Trooper dash and back cam.
Okay. There he is. His narrow little frame right there. This guy, look at his arms. He's not big. There's nothing. I'm not hacking him. I'm not saying anything negative about his body at all. He's just a regular guy. He's not real big. His arms are actually pretty small. He's a pretty small guy. He fills the entire space right there. This is how you get treated immediately in involvement with the state. Look at this. It's impeding back here where you can't, there's no place to put your legs. He fits the whole thing, and he's only about 160 pounds.
Cam videos, ABC6 and
he can't even get his head in.
Investigates obtained the administrative investigation of the stop by the Ohio Department of Public Safety, including Fitzpatrick's recorded interview with an investigator.
When you were cuffing him, was there a lot of force involved when you put the cuffs on him? Anything?
A lot of force, I would say no. At one point when I went to place him in handcuffs, he naturally pulled away.
I watched it once. I couldn't really watch it much afterwards.
No, they badly hurt his wrists. Listen to what he says about what happens to his wrists.
Fitzpatrick stopped Wiseman, he says, for violating the move over law when Wiseman passed
the move over law that you don't know about. He said, I pulled the subject over for failure to move over when he failed to yield for a trooper on a traffic stop. So this guy's a back the blue guy. He didn't get over when he saw a cop car had somebody pulled over. He pulled him over for not getting in the far lane. It'll show it.
A fellow trooper in the right lane during a traffic stop.
You can see as I drive by in the video that there is a car next to me.
He pulled him over because there's a cop here and he didn't get in this lane. But there was a truck in the lane, so he couldn't get over. Cops have the right of way of the road. You're not allowed to travel and pass them on the shoulder, or it's a crime. You can be pulled over for it. And once you're pulled over for it, you can be detained, which is Terry, which is what happened to this man.
No, I had no understanding of why I was being pulled over because I was not speeding. I was just on my way back from work to go home.
I was trying to get his information, and I couldn't get to the point of trying to explain to him because of his arguing about me wearing a mask.
Because they had brainwashed us that if you didn't wear a mask, a tiny bit of spittle flying out of someone else's mouth would then give you the COVID and you would die. They brainwashed us. In California, they sent us 12 text messages a day saying the population of California is 39 million. We're going to lose at least 2 million people this year. That was on the text messages. You'd better wear your mask or you're going to die. So I don't blame him. I was wearing a mask in California, wearing gloves, wiping down my groceries. They had brainwashed us with hundreds of text messages over just a week's period. It was 2 weeks into it when I said, boom, off. I'm done with this. This is bullshit. So he was going by what the government was telling him.
Put it down. Get out. Get out.
We had everything. We weren't in communication, so I pulled my window up because it was a breezy day, and
So watch this.
And I couldn't get to the point of trying to explain to him because of his arguing about me wearing a mask.
Okay, so now he's pissed off, but just watch him. Just watch his body language. We all watch body language. We all can see body language. So watch him and look at the out of control tyrant, jackboot, thug, pig this guy is.
Down. Get out. Get out.
we had everything. We weren't in communication, so I pulled my window.
Bring another cop in here quick now.
Up
stomping around.
It was a breezy day, and
he's not done. Come back over.
I mean, he wasn't wearing a mask. As soon as I put my window up, that's kind of where he's
standing there, losing his mind.
Flipped the switch.
Look at him losing his mind. Look at it. He's just going crazy. Look at him losing his mind. Look at this guy. This is what a little child looks like when they're throwing a temper tantrum. They shift their body back and forth and doing this, and they're out of control. And you watch a little kid and you're like, dude, you're 10 and you're losing your mind right now. You got to stop. Watch his body language. I turned the volume down. Look at his body language. He steps over there. He's slam. Now bring in another cop in. This guy didn't yield the right of way. He didn't get over in the left lane. Look how angry. Stomp, stomp, stomp. But he's not done right here. He's going to, come on, bring another cop in here. We're going to smash his window. We're going to smash his window. That's what he's saying right here. Now he's going to walk back over here. Now remember, there's traffic zipping by right here at 70 miles an hour. But this cop is oblivious to it. Watch him. Watch his body language. You're going to open this door right now. Look at him just losing his mind. Watch his shoulders and his hips. His whole body will shift and torque. He's looking this way, looking that way. Now he's calling on the radio. We got to get this guy out of his car. He didn't yield the right of way. He didn't get over to the far left lane, and there was a cop had somebody pulled over, and he didn't get over. That son of a bitch. He did not. Look how stressed out this man is. He's losing his mind. He's on the radio. Now he starts screaming, you get out of the car or I'm going to break the window.
Out of the car, I'm breaking your window.
And it was, I mean, he wasn't wearing a mask. As soon as I put my window up, that's kind of where he, flipped the switch.
Fitzpatrick says Wiseman initially only
He flipped the switch. He lost his mind.
gave his registration and couldn't hear him with the wind, traffic noise, and window up.
Get out of the car, I'm breaking your window, and I'm getting you out.
Wiseman steps out with his hands up. Fitzpatrick takes Wiseman.
He takes the phone out of his hand.
And I'm getting you out.
Wiseman steps.
Look, he's all clenched up like a gorilla. Look at him. Grrr, grrr. Look at the dichotomy of the two. I told you get out of the car. He's like, okay, man, okay. I told you get out of the car. Okay, dude, okay. He's trying to record him, but the gorilla doesn't want to be recorded.
Steps out with his.
Oh, I'm sorry. He's a black cop, so that must mean I'm being racist. Or he was just flexing like he was a gorilla. Okay.
Hands up.
Then he takes the phone out of his hand. And he's like, hey, you took the phone out. There's a moment there. He's like, hey.
Patrick takes Wiseman's cell phone and then cuffs him.
For what?
What the what?
Whoa, hands together. Please see your supervisor here. Do anything? I asked you to get out numerous times.
At least 3 times, Wiseman expresses his fear of catching COVID.
I don't want coronavirus, man.
I understand that. But when I ask you to step out, you step out, period.
The second trooper fixes Wiseman's mask that slipped below his nose.
And this guy's such a cop sucker. He really is. Just watch.
He was actually great, and
He was actually great. He was great. Did he walk over and say, "Take this man out of torture cuffs, leave him alone"? Because that would have been great. Doesn't look like he was so great to me. Looks like he's cop-splaining.
I think was part of the reason why. Who knows what would have happened if this guy didn't come over.
Fitzpatrick later tells Wiseman he tested twice for COVID with
Look at this guy. And he's tiny and he barely fits in there.
negative results and disinfects his cruiser every day.
Oh, I was tested and I disinfect my cruiser. Bro, you couldn't stop a global pandemic with masks or fake vaccines or anything of the kind.
Did that provide any sort of comfort at all to you that he said that, or what's your take on that?
Zero. If he's getting tests and doing all that, why I don't understand why he couldn't just put on a mask in the first place.
He's afraid of the virus, but also I think at a certain point he became afraid of the officer himself.
John Bond is Wiseman's attorney.
An officer who, rather than de-escalate the situation, escalates at every turn.
In July 2021, Wiseman filed a lawsuit against Fitzpatrick in federal court.
I think the key takeaway here isn't just that he refused to put on a mask, but it's the broader picture, which is the force that he applied to Aaron Weissman was totally unwarranted and totally excessive.
This has absolutely nothing to do with, police in general. I thoroughly respect them and appreciate all that they do.
Bro, this is how they are. Bro.
Unwarranted and totally excessive.
This has absolutely nothing to do with, police in general.
Yes, it does. Put a 1 in the chat if this has to do with police in general. That if you don't do what they say, when they say, how they say, that they immediately move to torturing you, to trying to dominate you physically, which they don't do to me because I won't have it. You're going to dominate me physically, then you're going to get some guys around here, put a taser at my back, then you can dominate me, but then I'll sue your ass. And I'll sue every single pig who ever does it to me. I will not be wrongfully arrested in this country ever again, as long as there's a camera. This has everything to do with police, bro. You literally are the poster child for this everything having to do with police.
I thoroughly respect them and
well, then you're making a big mistake, bud.
Appreciate all that they do.
What do you appreciate? That they arrest people all the time for no reason? That they've taken away our rights and the Supreme Court gave them all of our rights? Is that what you love about them the most? I'm not sure what he loves about them the most.
For us and to make our community safe. And
make our community safe. Put a 1 in the chat if that's bullshit. They don't make our community safe. They're the tyrants. They're the darkness. They're the fear in the night.
Appreciate all that they do for us and to make our community safe.
Trooper Fitzpatrick made headlines more than a year after the incident with Wiseman when he crashed his cruiser into the back of a semi.
So you figure that if he crashed his cruiser the way you guys just saw him crash his
cruiser for us and to make our.
But look, he's going. There's no one on the left. There's no one on the right. I watched this back a couple times. There's nobody on the left or the right. And watch what this guy does.
Community safe.
Explain that to me.
And appreciate all that they do for us and to.
There's nobody on the left or the right. He's driving down the road at 150 miles an hour. And listen to what he has done previously.
Make our community safe.
Trooper Fitzpatrick made headlines more than a year after the incident with Wiseman when he crashed his cruiser into the back of a semi. The crash sent him to the hospital in serious condition. Fitzpatrick was given a citation and is expected back at work this month.
I do think the accident kind of adds to a picture that's being painted. And with the personnel file, the dash cam footage of what happened with Aaron Weissman and the accident, I think that picture is of an officer who struggles to control his temperament.
ABC6 Investigates obtained Fitzpatrick's personnel file. In just under 4 years on the job, Fitzpatrick received 1 written reprimand, 2 suspensions, and issued informal counseling. The Wiseman stop was part of a 5-day suspension in January 2021. Records show it was combined with 2 other incidents involving Fitzpatrick, including recklessly driving.
recklessly driving his patrol car causing unnecessary risk to the public and yourself. This is before he slammed into the back of the semi.
To a deadly crash at speeds nearing 145 miles
145 miles an hour
per hour in September 2020 and using improper techniques during a pursuit and crash that August. 1 month before the Wiseman stop, Fitzpatrick got a 1-day suspension for taunting and using profanity with.
For taunting 1 day without, that doesn't fix the problem that you've hired they all are the same.
The suspect, who slipped out of his cuffs twice in May of that year. His lieutenant said then our biggest concern was just Fitzpatrick's attitude.
Their biggest concern is his attitude and his language. It seems like your biggest concern should be you have an unhinged pig.
And his language.
Why you want to tell your story?
Because I feel as if I was wronged by an individual and what happened, and I want to hopefully, I don't want it to happen to someone else.
2 weeks after the Wiseman stop, Fitzpatrick went through nearly 8 hours of individual training, including use of force.
Oh, that fixed him. He went through 1 day of sitting there listening to lectures on use of force and de-escalation and professionalism. And so that's it. More training. He's all better now. He'll never be the same bad pig he was as before.
De-escalation and professionalism. Records show Fitzpatrick seemed distracted during the first hour of training. Fitzpatrick noted he was worried about getting terminated.
He should have been fired the moment they saw the tape of him doing this. Wait till you hear what happened to this guy's wrists.
And mentioned it seemed his command presence is...
Your command presence? No, bro. We didn't sign up for the military. You're acting like a drill sergeant, prancing around on the freeway, saying, "You're not rolling down your window. I'm going to break it open." You're acting like a child.
Taken the wrong way. His trainer felt Fitzpatrick...
Your command presence, bro? You're a beta male simp.
Could have compromised from the beginning by returning to his...
I felt Trooper Fitzpatrick could have compromised with the suspect from the beginning by going to his cruiser and putting a mask on and reapproaching. This may seem like a compromise, but sometimes we need to extend proverbial olive branch. As long as officer safety is not compromised, they can extend an olive branch as long as officer safety is not compromised. Trooper Fitzpatrick initially was not in total agreement with me in regards to the stop, but as we talked more, something clicked in his mind. Here they are. Oh, so he all of a sudden he got it. Essentially, he admitted his interactions were inappropriate and emotions were influencing his judgment. So he admitted it. We know he knows he made a mistake. He's going to fix it now.
Cruiser and putting on a mask. Fitzpatrick admitted his interactions were
something clicked in his mind.
Inappropriate, and his emotions influenced his judgment.
Think that Trooper Fitzpatrick lost control.
In the administrative investigation, his supervisor said his only concern was why would Fitzpatrick order...
My only concern was why would he order the guy out of the car when he already had the guy's driver's license and registration at the time? Because Pennsylvania versus Mims allows them to order you out of the car. And so if you have the power, you'll use it.
Wiseman out of his car when he already had his registration and license.
You could have went back to the patrol car and retrieved the mask?
I could have, yes.
Is there a reason you didn't?
There's an officer safety if I walk up to the car and then immediately turn my back to walk back to my car because he states me to do so. So let me get this straight. It's dangerous for you to walk up to the car. It's dangerous for you to walk back from the car. So it's always for officers. We're living in the world of officer safety. And why are we living in the world of officer safety? Because Terry versus Ohio says they can do anything they want as long as it's in the name of officer safety. Are you guys starting to get what I've been doing for the past couple years now? I've been slowly casting out this net and explaining to people that the net is called Terry versus Ohio and everything is catchable. You can't walk up to the car. You can't walk back from the car. You can't walk toward the car. You can't walk away from the car. There's nothing you can do that won't jeopardize officer safety. So anything you do is justified under this magical guise of officer safety created by KKK member Hugo Black on the Supreme Court in 1968. And why was that? It was for blacks. It was created for blacks. Terry versus Ohio was created so the cops could run up and grab black people during the 60s revolution, during the civil rights revolution of 1960 to 1968. During that time period, from 54 till 65, there's a very specific time period. And from 54 to 65, 54 was Brown versus Board of Education. That's when blacks were officially freed from this racial segregation. But that couldn't happen. They had to create laws that would allow the government to grab black folks. I'm sorry if you don't like it. Oh, Chille's saying everything's racist. Wah! The laws are being used on you, bro. The laws are being used on me. Look, I get a little pinky. You see that? It turns pink. Terry versus Ohio is used on me every day. It was created for blacks. It was created for black folks. It was created so cops could grab them blacks. I'm just telling you the truth. I'm just telling you the truth. Oh, Chille said everything's racist. It's true. Pennsylvania versus Mims, 1977. Harry Mims was a black guy. They wanted to get black guys out of the car. Harry Mims had a gun in his pocket. That copper was just like McFadden. He was a magical copper. He saved Harry Mims from becoming a wild shooter. And so Pennsylvania versus Mims make it so they can pull you out of the car in the name of what? Officer safety. Pennsylvania versus Mims is an extension of Terry versus Ohio. How does Pennsylvania versus Mims exist? That you have to get out of the car in the name of officer safety? Oh, because Terry versus Ohio created this magical First Amendment called officer safety? Yes. Terry versus Ohio was passed for black dudes. Pennsylvania versus Mims was passed for black dudes. Feel free to unsubscribe if you don't like the truth. Feel free. I'll see you on the next one.
Officer safety if I walk up to the car and then immediately try.
Could have went back.
Order Wiseman out.
Here it is. Here it is, where you can encompass anything you do want to stop based on officer safety. Here it is.
Out of his car when he already had his registration and license.
You could have went back to the patrol car and retrieved the mask.
I could have, yes.
He could have gone back to the patrol car, but
Is there a reason you didn't?
Officer safety. He was prancing around like a 10-year-old kid throwing a fit, but he couldn't go back to the car. But he did go back to the car. We saw it. I slowed it down in slow motion.
There's officer safety if I walk up to the car.
So you can just say officer safety for anything if you're a pig.
And then immediately turn my back to walk back to my car because he states me to do so.
I had a dislocated rib, and I still have the scar. It's over a year and a half later, and I still have a scar on my wrist for where he put the handcuffs on. My wrists were bleeding.
The investigator asked Fitzpatrick about.
Wait. Listen to what the man says.
I had a
Listen carefully.
dislocated rib,
A dislocated rib where he threw him on the car.
and I still have the scar. It's over a year and a half later, and I
A year and a half later, he still has a scar.
still have a scar on my wrist for where he put the handcuffs on. My wrists were bleeding.
So that means the guy who was acting like a freak tyrant pig then slapped the torture cuffs on him so tightly that it gouged his skin open and caused a scar he's had for 18 months. Sounds familiar from lots of people.
The investigator asked Fitzpatrick about Wiseman's injuries to his wrist, rib, and counseling for PTSD. Fitzpatrick said he did not believe he assaulted Wiseman.
He said he didn't agree that he assaulted Wiseman after he grabbed him and torture cuffed him.
All of those injuries I have no idea about.
All of those injuries I have no idea about. Well, yeah, when we just have to acquiesce to you grabbing us and abusing us, then you have no idea what you're doing because we're just going along with you. That's why I don't just let them throw me around anymore.
The cuffs weren't tight.
The ticket
The cuffs weren't tight, he said.
Wiseman got was later dismissed. He's now in therapy, he says, working through the traumatic experience.
In the midst of the pandemic, I feel proud for sticking up for myself to protect my health. So I don't think, beat myself up on what could have been done differently.
I mean, look at him still. I mean, just watch this pig. Look how riled up this pig still is. Look at him. Look at him taking the cuffs. Watch him. Taking the
Beat myself up on what could have been done differently.
Ohio.
Just barking orders at him.
Ohio State Highway Patrol says due to pending litigation, it has no further comment. Fitzpatrick is being represented by lawyers with the AG's office. It declined an interview on the trooper's behalf and any comment. Wiseman has moved out of state for a job opportunity and a fresh start. For On Your Side Investigates, Tara.
Would love to interview Wiseman.
You're on private. I got a call that you're looking.
You're about to get a lawsuit.
I got a call that you're looking through people's cars. And
You're about to get a lawsuit.
Once again, this is a Terry stop. He got a phone call that he was looking through someone's car. Doesn't matter if it's true or not. Someone called.
Lawsuit.
You fit the description.
You have no.
You fit the description, which comes from fax machines being put into cop cars in 1980. They could only print in black and white. So you fit the description meant any black skin color. That's where the term comes from. You fit the description.
Red t-shirt,
Legal
white
right.
shorts.
You have no legal right
Call that you're looking at
to put your hands on me.
Sir.
This
Sir.
is an assault.
Sir.
What's your name and badge number?
Sir, can you please turn around?
What's your name and badge number?
Officer Sidoti, 190.
You're about to get
What's
a
your
lawsuit.
name, sir?
You're
Sir,
about to
what
get a
is your name?
lawsuit. You have no legal right to ask me my name.
Sir, we got a
Or
call
to
that
put
you're
your
looking
hands
through
on
people's
me.
vehicles. We got a call that you're looking through people's vehicles.
You're about to get a lawsuit.
All right, and you won't identify yourself. You wouldn't stop, and you're on
You have
private
no
property.
legal right to identify me.
We got a call that he was looking through people's vehicles, and he wouldn't stop.
This character saw me up on the hill exercising, going through the lot. He started his car. He was up there sleeping or reading or something. Follow me down
got a call that he was looking through
and
people's
stop
cars.
me over here. I exercise here every day.
Okay, I'm
He
here.
put
almost
his
every day,
hands
and
on me
I've never
with
seen
no legal reason.
that. We got a call. That
I
you're
got it
looking
on
through people's
film.
cars. Okay.
What's your name, officer?
Officer
What-
Buchanan.
Look, he has no reason to ID me. No legal reason. You all about to get a huge lawsuit. I got him on camera assaulting me for no legal reason. What is your name again?
I have one Garfield unit up here.
Y'all gonna find out.
They have a legal reason somebody called.
You saw him assaulting when you walked up. Am I right?
I don't see doing
Absolutely. You did.
Sir, I just need your ID. So
You're
I can
about
ID
you
We got-
escalated this thing
Sir,
into
sir,
we're not going backwards.
Remember, you can just make a phone call and say you saw him looking in cars and the police will attack him.
You escalated it. We're not going back. This is a lawsuit now.
Okay. All right.
This is a lawsuit.
Sir, we got a call that you're
And
looking
I'm
through
suing
people's
you.
So we got a call. You were looking into people's vehicles. Put a 1 in the chat if that sounds so familiar. If that sounds so familiar.
Personally,
We got a call
for
that
putting
you're
your
looking through
hands on.
people's vehicles.
He's not going to get anywhere, though, because of Terry versus Ohio.
You didn't see me
We got a call.
look in anybody's vehicle. What
We got
did
a
you
call
see
that
me
you're
doing?
looking through people's vehicles.
Talk to
So all it takes is a phone call.
them.
We got a
Tell
call
me
that
you
you're
saw
looking
me
through
nothing
people's vehicles.
doing nothing illegal.
We got a call that you're looking.
I'm
We got a phone call, so that means we get to hurt you.
dressed to exercise. I do this every day.
190.
Ask anybody, any of your staff. CCPD's got a big lawsuit now.
We
You're
got
gonna
a
pay
call
me.
that we were looking through people's vehicles.
That's
I'm
no.
You got a call. You're looking through people's vehicles. We didn't see you doing that, but because someone called, we're going to run up and grab you.
No reason. That's no reason.
You're not. You're not responding to a call. You're being a tyrant. You ran up. There was no probable cause. There was no reasonable articulable suspicion that you saw. You're being a tyrant, jackboot, thug pig.
For you to put your hands on me.
You wouldn't
and
identify. You wouldn't stop and
you
talk
gave
to
me.
He doesn't have to stop and talk to you. He doesn't have to stop and talk to you.
No legal reason.
Private property.
No, bro, he's in a park.
Name a legal reason.
1090, sir.
He doesn't have a legal reason. He's just going to say he got a call for service.
You should have thought this out before escalating it. Y'all got, get Garfield here. I'm staying here now. This is a police report, and you're liable.
I'm sorry, brother, but you don't have a case. There's no case. The cops can grab you because of Terry versus Ohio. Without Terry versus Ohio, the cops could not grab you. But because of the 1968 case called Terry versus Ohio, police can run up and put their hands on you and just say that I ran up and grabbed him and detained him because I was afraid he could have a weapon. And because of the holding of Terry that says officer safety, the cops can run up and grab you. He has no lawsuit, none. Zero lawsuit here.
This is a police report now. It's all on film. Nah, bro, we're not going backwards from here. I'm sorry. Nothing personal against you.
Okay.
He should have never put his hands on me.
But you don't have a case, bro.
I have a legal right to defend myself when you do it. Either that badge does not give you the right. It does not give you the right to put your hands on it.
But it does. But it does because of Terry.
I got a call that you're looking for
You questioned me about it. What did I say?
I have a
What
right
did
to
I
identify
say?
you too.
No, you do not have the right to identify him. How do you get identified? You can only be identified if there's probable cause that he has witnessed you break the law. There is no such thing as a stop and ID state. He does not have the right to identify you based on him getting a phone call. That's a lie. That's a lie. Don't let them fool you.
When I'm
You don't have
you're on private property.
You don't have name the legal right that I have to identify and I committed no
What's your
crime.
reason of being here?
You don't have to answer that question.
And I've committed no crime. I've told
What's your
you
reason of being
several
here?
times.
He works out there every day.
Exercise.
I'm here every day. Every day. I didn't have a problem until today. I've been doing this ever since the weather's been warm enough.
You're on clinic property.
That's your problem, and you got an even bigger problem, buddy, for putting your hands on me.
You don't have a case. He can grab you in the name of officer safety. That's why it's so broad. It was created so that cops could grab the blacks in the 60s, specifically members of the Black Panthers.
All right, let's see if this stands up in court.
It will stand up in court.
You have no Cleveland Clinic business.
Let's see if this stands up in court.
Is the Cleveland Clinic private property or is it public property as well? That might be dual jurisdiction. It might be both public and private.
Continue to escalate it. I'm gonna wait till Garfield gets here. And I'm gonna file a police report. You got a lawsuit coming.
There's no lawsuit, bro. There's no damages.
I'm making one anyway.
Absolutely. Let's see how it stands up legally.
It does stand up because of Terry versus Ohio.
I know my rights.
You don't know Terry, obviously.
Okay.
Apparently you don't. You can't just grab people up.
Sir.
Yes, he can. In the name of officer safety, if he gets a call for service, he can immediately go hands-on with you because you could have a weapon. And in the name of officer safety, as soon as he gets a call about you, he can run up and grab you because you could have a weapon. That's what Terry does.
You can't grab people up on
Yes, he can.
a say so.
Yes, he can.
You didn't see me. You observed me for at least 45 seconds to a minute.
Enough time to ascertain that you could have a weapon down your pants.
Doing what I was doing when you stopped me and questioned me. And I confirmed what you saw, irrespective of what someone said.
No, that's not true. I'm sorry.
You got a lawsuit for putting your hands on him.
There's no damages, and he's within the boundaries of the law that the Supreme Court created, not a legislative body that was signed into law by the president.
He's done.
He's not done.
Wait till they find out who I am.
It doesn't matter who I am or you are. It matters if you have standings to sue.
Well, because we got to call dispatch. And they were saying,
if he had to come up and talk to me and not giving me
attitude.
No.
He did come up to you, but he grabbed you in the name of officer safety, claiming that he was afraid you had a gun down your pants.
Unlawful orders. Okay. And put his hands on me. It would have been fine.
What did he say? Like, what he just? What he saying?
I came up that hill. Okay. He was sitting right over there.
Okay.
Right up there. He watched me come up the hill. I'm trotting backwards.
Yeah.
Turned around, made eye contact with him. Came back here. He started his car up and followed me. Okay. I come through here.
Yeah.
Like I walk every day.
Okay.
He stops me over here.
Mm-hmm.
And I explained to him.
Like you know,
irrespective of you getting a call,
yeah.
you have to articulate what crime I've committed that I have to ID. I know my rights.
How you doing, sir?
How you doing? You Garfield?
Please. Yeah, I'm Garfield.
My name is Keith Golston.
Nice to meet you, sir.
You might know my mother's name.
Probably. Yeah.
They talk about Ernie there. She was the first black dispatcher ever, head dispatcher at Garfield Heights Police Department. I grew up here.
Okay. My mom was a cop sucker, so that makes it okay for me.
I want to file a police report. I got this guy on film assaulting me.
He was grabbing you in the name of officer safety. I'm not on the cop side. I think everybody knows the challenge. Everybody knows this channel and what I'm about. I'm telling you the reason why it's not a lawsuit and why the cop didn't do anything wrong. He's following the policy created by the Supreme Court.
Without probable cause, grabbing me, trying to twist my arm behind my back, putting his hands on me. Whatever this officer's name is, I'm filing a police report on. I was doing nothing illegal. I do this every day.
Yeah, what's your name again?
No, I'm not incorrect, King Oz down there. I'm not incorrect. You're incorrect. That's assault. If I did that to you, it's assault. If you did that to me, it's assault. But because of Terry versus Ohio, the police can put their hands on you after they get a call about you in the name of officer safety, Mr. King Oz. I promise you, brother. If you haven't seen my whole breakdown of Terry versus Ohio, go back and watch Overturn Terry parts 1 through 3. I go into very specific detail about what Terry does and allows.
My name is Keith Golston.
Keith Golston. Okay.
I'm a resident here.
Yeah. You know what yes, you have a right to do what you need to do, but this is the clinic, which means it's private. So if they ask you to do something, you got to listen to
No. Let's test that.
So lots of good questions here. Doesn't Terry versus Ohio say there has to be reasonable suspicion of a crime? Absolutely. Reasonable, articulable suspicion of a crime is the reason why they can open an investigation on you. Now, that used to be a two-pronged test. The Aguilar-Spinelli test from 1969, 2 Supreme Court cases they combined into one. That when somebody calls, they have to voir dire both the person calling and the person they're suspicious of. However, that doesn't change the policy that police can detain you and even put their hands on you in the name of officer safety. Once they get a phone call about you, the Aguilar-Spinelli 2-factor test, the 2-prong test, is out the window. That was overturned in the 1983 case of Illinois versus Gates. Illinois versus Gates says that if the cops get a phone call about you, well, they already have the 1968 holding of Terry. So that would mean that they have reasonable suspicion irrespective of whether or not the person on the phone has ulterior motives. They do have reasonable suspicion. And so that wipes away the two-prong test from Aguilar Spinelli of 1969. And now, because of officer safety, the cops can walk up and put their hands on you immediately the moment they see you, based on officer safety. If you didn't know, now you know. That's the actual holding. That's the actual facts of the case of Terry versus Ohio.
Legal. I'm a resident.
And now listen to the lies this man says here.
Then here.
Yeah, you know what the yes, you have a right to do what you need to do, but this is the clinic, which means it's private. So if they ask you to do something, you gotta listen to.
No. Let's test that legally. If he can put his hands on me without probable cause.
Well,
he can put his hands on you because of Terry versus Ohio.
Anywhere in the continental United States.
Yeah. No, this.
If he can put his hands on me, this is the issue. I answered his question.
Okay.
He didn't observe me doing anything but exercise.
Well,
where he observed me here. He didn't see me looking in any cars or doing something illegal. My point is this: he has no legal right, therefore, to put his hands on me.
That's where everybody has got to learn. Yes, he does. The cops can grab you based on Terry versus Ohio. Why do you think my entire channel, and we always put OTVO in the chat, cops can grab you without probable cause, the standard of the reason why you can be arrested, and no warrant shall issue but upon probable cause supported by oath or affirmation. That's your Fourth Amendment. Terry versus Ohio says that cops can grab you to check you for weapons based on officer safety. Now, every different police department around the country, we don't have uniform rules for all cop shops in every city, state in America. They all make their own rules based on the policy created in 1968. The cop didn't break the law when he grabbed him. It's tough for you and I to understand that, because that doesn't make any sense. How come cops can just grab me? Because of Terry versus Ohio. So I'm really glad that we saw this video and some of the good questions were popping in. Wait a minute. How come he can't grab him without reasonable articulable suspicion of a crime? He doesn't have to have reasonable articulable suspicion of a crime to grab you. He only has to believe in his mind that you could be armed and dangerous. That is the subjective factor. It's called objective reasonableness. Objectively reasonable, clearly defined in the 1989 case of Graham versus Connor, which is the use of force continuum. And that says even further than Terry. They talk about Terry in the Graham case, and the defense lawyer going against Graham says that the Terry stop is so heinous, so rude, it's an assault on you as a person. And someone said, isn't that an assault? Yes, it is, but not if you have a badge on. If you have a badge on, it's for officer safety and it's completely legal. You guys have to understand this. You got to get this. You got to get this.
Or impede my progress, let alone ID me for a suspicion. Let's test that it's going to get tested.
No, the second part, he's correct.
For a suspicion.
So
progress, let alone ID me for a suspicion.
Now, the second part, he's correct. He cannot ID you based on suspicion. If you give up your ID based on the cop saying you're suspicious, that's your fault. The only way you have to give up ID is when there's probable cause of the crime.
Let's test that it's going to get tested legally.
Well, see, sir, this is a problem.
No, I don't want to, bruh. It don't.
You can't even. You're not even supposed
bruh,
to be filming here.
Bruh.
It's just like if I went to your house
brother,
and you text me.
Nah, this is you don't know what you're talking about, because he's claiming you don't. You don't know what you're talking about. He just claimed that this was private property.
It is private property.
Yeah.
Which means you have to do what they ask you to do.
No,
yes,
I do not.
Yes, you
I
do.
have to legally. I'm
house,
legally required. You're required legally to obey the law.
You can't use this as a gym.
Hey, look,
understand what you're saying. I do.
That's why I said you don't know what you're talking about.
Then why are you over there piping up? Shut the front door, bro, and get the flock out of there. We don't need you there, bro. Backing up the piggies.
I'm filing a lawsuit.
You cannot.
No, I can.
There's no lawsuit, bruh. EITA, EITA. Oh, I can't even comment. I was going to comment. There's no lawsuit, but I can't.
Do anything I want to do,
This
man.
is a
Yes,
private
I
property.
can.
You're not supposed to be filming here.
Stop me then.
Well, see, that's where you go wrong. You can't. If I went to your house and you asked me not to do
This
something,
is not my house.
Whatever.
We're outside on
doesn't matter.
in the public.
If it's your property, then you got a right.
Whatever his name is, I'm filing a lawsuit for assault and battery. I got it on film, brother.
Okay.
What's your name?
Lou.
Lou.
You can call me Lou.
Badge number?
27.
And your last name, Lou.
Young.
Young?
So I can only give you one or either or. I can
All right.
give you all.
All right.
So these guys, they have the right to talk to you.
They don't have he doesn't have a right to put his hands on me, bro. We were all right when we were talking.
I don't know what lead to that, but
I'll tell you
what
what.
lead to that? Why he?
I'll tell you what.
You know?
I can save you a lot of time.
Yeah.
I'm pressing charges. I want to file a police report.
For what?
He assaulted me. I got it on film.
How he assaulted you? That's
Absolutely.
what I'm asking you. How?
He grabbed my arm.
Yeah, they're allowed to do that because
No,
if you
no.
walk away from
Hey,
them,
bruh.
if he's asked you,
Bruh, let's file the police report.
well, these guys have the right to file a criminal
All right.
trespass on you.
All
They
right.
can do that.
Well, they can do that.
Yeah, but
and,
if you
and,
walk,
and, and I'm suing. How about that?
if you
Let's
walk
see
away,
what stands up in court.
So-
Everything they did will stand up in court. That's the sad part. Because of Terry.
if this guy,
Bruh.
if this officer asks you to leave and you don't leave,
You-
that's a crime because it's going to be criminal trespass.
He didn't
It's
ask me to
private.
leave.
It's a
He
private
didn't ask me to leave.
place,
You're making
okay?
stuff up now.
I'm not. That's why
Bruh,
I asked you.
Do you have a supervisor here?
Yeah, we do have.
Okay, let me file a report with your supervisor.
We're not filing a police report. There's
Yeah,
there's no
call your
crime.
supervisor.
If you want to, you can call,
Call
the
your
station.
Call your
Call
supervisor
the
here.
station and talk.
Call your supervisor here.
Here's how we're gonna do this.
Here's the deal.
You just want him off the property? Yeah.
I was leaving the property when he assaulted me.
Okay. If you want to file a complaint, you can file a complaint with Cleveland Clinic Police Department.
Now, I want to file a criminal complaint. You guys are the reporting officers.
No,
I
we're
want
not.
to file.
This is Cleveland Clinic.
They're not going to file a police report against one of their own when he was using the Terry stop procedures that are policy of their police department. ETA 44.
Did he call you?
Yeah, they called us.
Y'all don't have no jurisdiction.
That's that. They are police department.
They're their own police department. So if you
What kind of
And they're autonomous. There's no third party that touches them.
report are you guys going to file? You got to make a report.
We're
For,
not making a report.
No,
y'all can just go anywhere you want to.
we don't have to make a report.
You can just make a report for.
If you want to file,
We'll find out. We'll find out about that.
They are
if you want to file a
But-
complaint, if you want to file,
Where's the supervisor for Cleveland Clinic Police
right now
Department?
it's me, but my supervisor's at home.
So he's the supervisor. There's only one, and there's only one chain of command. There's only one way to turn.
What is his name?
Marcus Grandpa.
Marcus Grandpa. Do you have a
That's my
number
sergeant.
for him?
That's my sergeant.
Sergeant Marcus Grandpa. Do you have a
Yeah.
number for him?
You can call my dispatch and you can.
Who is here today that besides you that I can make a report about this incident?
My partner, but
Let's get him here.
he's not a supervisor. He's right here. Right behind me.
What's your name, sir? We can talk now.
Dr. Donna. Dr. Donna, I love you. I really love seeing you in the live chat. I get to see you read your comments on the videos, but I rarely get to catch you in the live chat, so I got to catch you here. Thanks for being a part of the channel. Dr. Donna Walter said the officer may want to explain why he can do that. That's true. It's Terry. And then if the man has a decent judge, it may stand in court. That's not correct. The cops have the right to grab you based on officer safety. That's the new Constitution from 1968. What the Supreme Court upholds to be constitutional is the Constitution. So it's literally a part of our Constitution that cops can grab you in the name of officer safety. And when he first approached the guy who he had a call for service about, they can prove they had the call. When he initially interacts with him, he can immediately go hands-on, immediately. Now, we don't see it all the time in the streets, but the moment the cop walks up to you, if anybody has told him, Dr. Donna is the problem, as soon as the cop walks up to you, he can grab you. Both hands can grab you immediately because of the 1968 case of Terry versus Ohio. So I wanted to take time to say hello to Dr. Donna and let her know I appreciate her being in here. Thank you. I appreciate you coming, Dr. Donna. But I just want to let you guys know that this is the reason why the entire channel is about Terry versus Ohio. The whole channel is. That's why this is all we do is talk about Terry versus Ohio.
All right, what's going on, bro?
You heard what's going on.
I heard what's going on.
Right.
All right. So do you want Marcus's number?
Now I wanna get something legally on.
There's nothing you're gonna get legally, brother. He's allowed to grab you
on paper right now. This is all on film.
It doesn't matter.
You want to write it down on a statement, or you may just write this down now? I'm gonna get your statements like that. Want me to go do that?
OTVO.
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay.
Is rolling through the chat. OTVO is rolling through the chat. Lots of you guys are putting overturned.
Now I have business on the property, right? No, I'm talking to him.
So good to see you, Dr. Donna. It's nice to see you, Gloria. How is everybody? Sorry I didn't get a chance to say hello.
He just grabbed you just like that?
Absolutely.
That's crazy.
I stopped and I talked to him and I let him know exactly what I was doing.
Yeah. Yeah, I probably thought that happened. I just wish
We're gonna take it through the proper channels.
There's no channel here, bro. There's no channel. There's no proper channel.
I'll give you that. You want to go somewhere else, or you just
Yeah,
So he's going to fill out a complaint that's just going to go to the exact same cops who work with this cop, and he's going to find out really quickly that I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry, dude. I wish I had better news for you, but that's it.
Cut your car off, set him on top of the dash. Cut your car off and set him on top of the dash, sir.
So this guy's already been pulled over. The other cop is already running his license, but this canine cop comes up. The canine cop, like we always talk about.
Sir.
My hands are up.
So the other cop already has his information. The other cop walked up to him and just decided that he needed to get him out of the car because he can. Pennsylvania versus Mims 1977 is an extension of Terry versus Ohio that says cops can order you out of the car based on officer safety. The other cop is already running his information, but they're playing this good cop, bad cop routine.
My hands are up. I'm not resisting.
So this guy's a podcaster, by the way. I'm going to show you his podcast in a second. This guy's a personality.
You got a glass breaker on?
You got a glass breaker on you. He's going to break his window. He's not the initial cop who did the stop. He pulled up.
Yeah. Roll down your window.
My hands are up. I'm not resisting. Can you call your supervisor, please? I'm in fear of my life.
Supervisor's on the way.
Okay. I would like to wait for him to be here before we. My window. I can hear you clearly. Yo, I'm not even aggressive. He's like, He's on 10 right now.
So now he's playing the good cop, but now the whole goal was for them to order him out of the car. That was their whole goal. There was no good cop, bad cop. Their whole goal was to get him out of the car. So the bad cop was the canine cop. He came up and acted in a certain way. And then the other cop came up to tell him, okay, get out of the car. And listen to what the words he says are. Listen carefully.
What's going on?
Step out for me.
Why am I stepping out now?
Because I'm asking you to. Pennsylvania versus Mims. Step out of the car.
Pennsylvania versus Mims, 1977. The only way Pennsylvania versus Mims exists, the only way it could possibly stand, it's not constitutional without one case. Guess which case it is? It's Terry versus Ohio.
Car, please. If you don't, you'll be arrested.
For what?
For RDO.
What's RDO?
Resist, delay, obstruct.
Resist.
That's right. You lose all your rights because the Supreme Court gave your rights to the cops. Now, if you don't get out because of the Supreme Court case of Terry extended into Pennsylvania versus Mims in 77, they can arrest you for resist, delaying, and obstructing because you didn't get out of the car for their safety. The only reason he has to get out of the car is for officer safety, which is the premise of Terry versus Ohio.
Resist, delay, obstruct?
Yep. Just step out, car, man. Don't make it harder. It has to be.
Now he's making it harder than it has to be because it's dangerous for him to get out and he doesn't want to. But now he's making it harder. But that was their whole goal with the good cop, bad cop thing, to get him out of the car.
I'm not resisting.
He's scared. I mean, ladies and gentlemen, he's about to get out, but just watch this man's intrepidation. For all my poor white people, for all my poor Latinos out there who don't have any money, you know how this feels. That white woman with the money, she was never in fear for her life. She was going to sue and she was going to defund and she was going to change her position. She wasn't going to donate anymore. But if you're poor white or you're poor brown or you're black, watch for a moment. Watch his face.
I'm not resisting. This cop. What's your cop?
Wow. Did you see it? Did you see it? Watch him. He literally starts to consider that he's about to get out, that this could be the last time he ever exits a car.
I'm not resisting.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
This cop. What's your cop number?
6 seconds. He sits there and contemplates, is my life about to end because I'm getting out of the car and there's cops here? That's real.
So White is doing the most. Elliot is not too bad, but I don't know what's going on right now.
No, you're scared what's going on, bro. And rightly, you have a justifiable reason for being afraid.
You're good, man. You keep your phone. Just come back here in my car. My supervisor will be here in just a minute.
My hands are in the.
You're fine. You can step back here in my car.
He's got touchdown position. What did I teach you guys? What did I teach you? Touchdown position. Trifold in your left hand, phone in your right hand. This is how you're filming. I've invoked my Fifth Amendment right. You got the trifold in one hand. You've got the phone in the other, and you're recording. Hands up, don't shoot. It's so real. You get to see his intrepidation, that 6 seconds that he sits there and says, what's everybody's names again? like he just doesn't want to get out of the car for that few seconds right there. And I don't blame him at all.
Is there anything illegal in the car?
No. I'm a law-abiding citizen.
I'm a law-abiding citizen.
Doing the most
What's
right
going
now.
What's going on there?
I don't know what's going on. Your man came here on RoboCop. You were cool. I'm not gonna lie. You were cool. I don't. You were.
Did he ask you to cut the car off?
Yeah, he come and I cut the car off, and then I asked for a supervisor first.
Okay. You kept refusing. Do you mind stepping
I got
back
it on
away from the
record.
car? Yeah, just come over here.
I got it on record. Don't worry about it. Yeah, he's out of control. I don't know what's going on. But there's nothing going on. You should be writing my ticket for whatever you're writing my ticket for. Is he the supervisor?
Yes.
Okay, perfect.
Yep. Yeah, no, I was.
No. And then what? Was what?
Then I got to come out and come talk to you.
So he was writing the ticket, but then he had to get out and talk to him because the other cop went over there to upset the apple cart because they just wanted to get him out of the car. That was their plan the whole time. They were working in conjunction with one another to get him out of the car, to escalate it so they could beat him. And it doesn't matter the color of his skin. They want to beat anybody they can.
Because
What's going on? Lane, right?
Yes, sir.
How you doing, sir?
Nice to meet you, sir.
Drew. What's going on? I don't know. You got to check in with the RoboCop over here. I'm not.
Tell me what happened.
I got pulled over Elliot's been straight until this one got here.
Okay. Until the other one got there, and then he turned into the pig that he is.
I'm talking to your supervisor right now. Thank you. Can you? No problem. He's the one that's out of control right now.
But that's how they do it, and then everything will be like Sandoval when he was torturing me. Everything was up to him. Whether or not my dog could be put in the pound or not, whether or not they're going to impound my car, it was all up to the enforcer on the scene.
Elliot pulled me over for tinting.
They pulled him over for tinted windows for a bullshit stop again.
My ID and my wallet, it's in my other car. So I gave him my registration. I found that in the glove box. Okay. So I said, use this, do what you got to do. You know what I mean? Whatever you got to do. Gave him that so you can run all my information, make sure everything's good. Okay. This one pulls up out of nowhere, knocks on my window, says, roll the window down. I cracked the window so I could hear him and I can comply with him. He says, cut the car off. He immediately starts getting overly aggressive. So I need to turn the car off, throw the keys on the dash, step out the car. Then he's asking for glass breakers all of a sudden so that he can run the dog around the car. So then I get out the car. When Elliot comes back, I'm not dealing with him. I get out the car when Elliot comes back. I ask Elliot. Elliot asked me what's going on. I'm like, shit, I don't know what the fuck going on. You pulled me over for my tag. Okay. I mean, not my tag, my tent or whatever. Take care of it. And then he said he stopped writing the ticket essentially. So I don't know what's going on, but his aggressiveness made me in fear of my life. I started recording on both my phones, and I said, I'm not proceeding until you get here. I have no problem dealing with you. This one's out of control. Ellie's been doing his job based off what I've seen. I don't know what's going on with him, but he's on some sort of ego trip, looking for glass breakers or whatever. I've done nothing but comply. Okay. So I'm here for my ticket, for what I'm getting pulled over for. That's whatever. I deal with things in the court. I'm not here to do back and forth with y'all on the street. You know what I'm saying? So if I'm getting pulled over from my tent, he's run my information. He's got my registration. He sees that everything's 100% legal. The dog clearly didn't find shit. I don't have time for. I'm literally at work right now. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Come on, bro. So
I will look in. He wears body cam. He wears body cam. I'll
that's cool. Yeah. You'll see his energy, and you'll see his energy.
Okay.
No problem. Yeah.
But remember, that cop saying that is playing the good cop. They have no intention of looking into their body cams and doing any kind of real analyses that would lead to the other cop being in trouble for anything. It's a lie. They're all in it together.
For sure. And I'll be making a formal complaint too.
Okay.
You've been great so far. We'll see how this goes.
You've been great so far.
If you would like,
thank you.
If you would like to do that,
I will.
You can do that right at the front desk of the police department.
I will.
You go up there Monday through Friday, 8 to 5.
Okay.
Just tell them the time and everything.
For sure.
Happen. I mean, they'll be able to pull it with no problem.
Yeah, and they can pull his body camera, and I can get a footage. I can get a copy. I may have my own copy, but
so
I'll take that.
Yeah. So this is a written warning.
Okay.
Therapy says who I am, why I stopped. There's no court of final.
All right, I appreciate that. For sure.
So like I said, man, the tent is got to be in North Carolina. It's got to be 34. You get plus or minus about 2.
That's fine.
So about the lowest it can be.
Is it really important how much your car windows are tinted? Does it really matter? Put a 1 in the chat if how dark your car windows are tinted has zero matter in the world of you getting in a car accident or any kind of danger. The car tint is a reason to cops can pull you over. That's the only reason car tint laws exist. I very rarely heard of her windows were too dark and that caused a major car accident. That is just not true. It is such a lie. It is such a lie. Because remember, They can make mistakes. The 2014 case of North Carolina versus Heen, that the 2014 Supreme Court case of Heen, H-E-I-E-N, Heen versus North Carolina, that the cops can make an error and say, oh, I thought it was too dark, and that's a justifiable stop.
Is 32.
That's straight.
I'm not going to give you a ticket for it, but it's something you should probably get.
Yeah, no, that's straight. I just bought the car a couple months ago for this job, but you've been good.
I got you.
This is the one that's out of control. He's the one that like people are like, he's the I might get shot by a white man today energy. You know what I'm saying? He's the one you got to check.
Bruh, I know, I get it, man, but just so you know, whites are killed. There's way more whites and way more Latinos killed than blacks by sheer numbers. But you're not going to be killed by a white man. You're going to be killed by a cop. Lots of black cops kill black people. I'm just telling you, it's the racial disparities start to come to an end when it comes to what cops can do to you based on their power, not just your skin color.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not tripping off of what he did. And to be fair, shit, I was sleeping because I left my wallet at home. And I made him do more work than he probably needed to do. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going.
So he doesn't have a laminated driver's license, proof of insurance, and registration in his car. He left his wallet at home. A large black man in America. You want to worry about your race? Worry about having your license, registration, and insurance first. Worry about your race second. Be prepared for that stop.
Not gonna go back and forth.
I will follow up on both parts.
Yeah.
And if you do that, I'll be the one actually doing the whole.
Perfect. You and I'll be in contact then.
As far as the body cam footage, so body cam footage is not public record unless it's ordered by a judge under Newton law now.
Yeah,
so
we'll take care of that.
And
so listen to this. This is in North Carolina. So in Zebulon, North Carolina, listen to what he says, what Republicans and Democrats.
Body cam footage. As far as the body cam footage, so body cam footage is not public record unless it's ordered by a judge under Newton law now.
Under Newton law, someone can look up this law for me. I don't know if he said Newton in North Carolina. You can't. So in other words, the cops can violate you. And if you don't have the wherewithal to look up their body cam and you don't have standing to look up, it should be that any cop, you should be able to put their badge number in and look at their entire body cam footage for the past however many years they've been a copper. But Republicans and Democrats have binded together to give your body cam footage that we pay for to the cops. And now they've created all these caveats of how you can get that body cam footage. Listen very carefully to what he says. He explains it so clearly.
Yeah, we'll take care of that.
And body cam footage can only be released on anything that directly involves the person involved in it, and that would have to be by a judge.
Yes. A judge, a Kevin or Karen judge. So if I want to get his body cam footage to review it because I have a legal mind and this guy doesn't, then I can't do that. So you lock out anybody who has any knowledge of if it's a civil rights violation or not.
Yeah.
But not a problem either.
I got my cameras. I got my footage as well too, so we're good on both fronts.
No, but you're not good. You need to hear what the cop said when he went over and made a radio call about you. You need to know what was said. We're not good on both fronts, bruh.
No problem.
For sure.
Was there anything else as far as the dog with the vehicle or anything like we're good on that?
Dog seemed to get back in. Cujo got back in the car without any issue. He's the one that needs something. I don't know what's going on.
I want to go over what happened when I got pulled over.
Finally, yeah, because I was like, I totally forgot about it.
Yeah, so we've been sitting on this. So I'm sitting on this. I got notes.
Yeah.
So this guy runs a predominantly Black empowerment podcast from what I've seen. I haven't seen a lot of his channel. It's Menace Material Entertainment. I saw a couple of his videos. Obviously down here, I left some commentary for the man. I watched this entire thing. There's only 2 of my comments there, but there are dozens of my comments on this guy's video. I watched this entire thing. And so that's why I'm showing it to you now. I think I put the most comments on his page, but I'll let you watch a little bit of this here.
Yeah.
We're sitting on this. So
came prepared.
May 31st, 2023, I was pulled over in Zebulon, North Carolina at a mobile gas station.
You remember any background music? I feel like we need some.
I had some in post-production.
Yeah.
So I was pulled over for, let me just give you all the backstory before this video starts. I was pulled over for what they said was tinting. We're not going to address whether the tint on my car is legal or not, because that doesn't matter. Because when I realized the situation had drastically...
It doesn't matter. The tint is a reason to pull you over. And in North Carolina, they set the precedent that the cop can pull you over erroneously and it's still fine.
Changed when they thought they had caught them a nice little...
He used the N-word there. You're not allowed to use the N-word. Blacks hate the N-word, but they use the N-word for each other, which I'm just a little confused about. Just confusing to me.
Is when the K9 unit pulled up within 30 seconds of the original car, pulling me over. So I get pulled over. The guy comes up to the passenger window because I pulled into a gas station, but up to the gas pump essentially. So he went over to the passenger side. I cracked the window like a real does, never puts the window all the way down. And he's like, license, registration. I'm like, crazy. I don't have either of them, but I don't have my license, but I'll give you my registration. It's got, it's because it's got your driver's license number on it or whatever, right? Says he's pulling me over for tinting. I said, okay, cool. Go ahead, give me my ticket. That's like my go-to thing. I always tell them, give me my ticket if that's what you're pulling me over for.
It's transactional.
Yeah. That's how all police interactions should be. And then also, you're supposed to be protecting and serving. Police should have Chick-fil-A level of customer service, and they do not have it. So they pulls me over as he goes back to my car, running my information off my little registration card. The K9 unit pulls up. Officer Elliott is the one that stopped me. Officer Elliott was all right. Officer White is the one that pulled up in the K9 unit, and he's the one that we're really going to highlight. Because
oddly enough, his name is White.
Yeah, Officer White is
White officer.
Yeah, Officer White.
So, look, I said something that had to do with race. I better clarify my stance quickly. I don't understand the N-word, where if we're not going to use it, we should all just not use it. But I don't understand it. I was raised on 90s rap. It's my favorite music that I no longer listen to because I'm not allowed to sing the words. So that's a whole different discussion. But he probably was profiled in North Carolina. I mean, that's where slave catchers really close originated, in South Carolina. So, I don't want to get on the race thing here, but let's just keep watching.
Is a white officer that does the K9 unit. So he's normally rolling around the K9. This is Zebulon, North Carolina. So,
and what do we know about K9 cops? They are the most sadistic, sick pigs there are. We need to ban K9 dogs from America.
I just want, before we jump into the video, I want to just let everybody know I did go through all the proper steps. I filed a police report the moment the interaction was over. I followed the police.
But did you get the body cam footage?
Captain or whoever the supervisor was on shift, which was Perry. I think it was Officer Perry.
And they're all in it together, bro. He seems like a really put together man. He seems like he hasn't had a lot of interactions with cops. This guy's pretty put together. He doesn't have his pants sagging down. He doesn't look like the typical 1980s gangster that with the bandana on.
No. Yeah, I think it was Officer Perry.
So shout out to Officer Perry.
Yeah, Officer Perry. Customer service was good. On Officer Perry. I think that was his name. Oh, no, it wasn't. I'm going to say his name in the video, so we'll get to it.
Oh, correct.
But long story short, I followed him back to the Zebulon police station to file my official report.
Man, went right into the gallows.
And then I was waiting for Officer Perry to call me back, who was Officer White's actual supervisor. Officer Perry works nights, so he wasn't there during the day, which I don't know why he's supervising somebody that works a day shift and he works a night shift. That doesn't make any sense. But let's go over my pullover.
Yeah.
Cut your car off, set them on top of the dash.
Hit pause. I want everybody to be able to
cut your car off and set them on
I want
top
everybody
of the
to be
dash.
able to clearly see this white man's face. Look at this man's face.
Bruh, they were just white cops. Bruh, they were just white cops this time. The blue doesn't care. They just want to get you, dude. So I showed you this because I want you guys to see the comments. When I came in here at 24 minutes, he said it before I could pause to comment. They were playing good cop, bad cop. They're all bad, all of them. Each of them will lie for the next. 23 minutes. And he's got you know, you can subscribe to his channel if you want to watch it. He's only got 8,000 subs. I didn't subscribe because it's not really my kind of channel. They're sitting around talking about black issues, which I understand, but it's just not my thing. But I did leave him a bunch of, and then right here, where was it? Let me show you this real quick. He at 9:15. So at 9:15, he said,
yeah, it's not that big of a deal. If they want to arrest you, and then you deal with it later. The most important thing that I want people to remember is you deal with these police in the courtroom. You don't deal with them on the street.
Yeah.
You want to keep your interaction with them on the street as brief as possible. But you'll see
this brother is spot on. You don't want to have a back and forth with them in the street. If you're a large black man or a poor white person, or you're a Latino who's large, they'll kill you. Just get through it.
Little exchange between me and Officer Lane, who's the supervisor, who did come up a little much more tame than the other dude. And this is a insert from the full video. This is not the full video. The full video is about 15 minutes long, which I'll put it on YouTube because there's a lot of people who do police pullovers, police audits on YouTube. Like there's channels that specialize in this.
Yeah, like that's their
so
thing.
yeah, I want if any of our listeners are one of those people, like police audits, other police officers, chime in.
Yeah.
Let me know.
Bruh, I did. So I said at 9:15, I said there are people who do audits. I'm the best in the game. Well, I'm one of the best in the game. So I just wanted to show you guys that. So if you guys want to go check out his channel, you can watch him. He breaks down the entire stop from beginning till end. I just want you guys to understand that everything I'm showing you guys for the past 10 videos I've done are Terry stops. It's all about Terry. Even the video we watched from the Institute for Justice for James King, it's about a Terry stop. It's a Terry stop. They're all Terry stops. All of them. The cops are interacting with you based on Terry. The cops can grab you upon interacting with you based on Terry versus Ohio. The cops can put you in torture cuffs based on the detainment policies of Terry versus Ohio. The cops can put you in their car in a cage based on detainment policies of Terry versus Ohio. The cops can make you get on your knees and lay on your belly and stick their knees in the back of your neck based on Terry versus Ohio. This is why I sell the trifold. I give the trifold away. You got to go to touchdown position with the cops, trifold in this hand, camera in this hand. And, you know, we did talk about race a little bit today. I don't care what color you are. You're not blue. So whether it was a white cop or a black cop, or whether you're a black guy the law was created for, or a poor white person today who's being persecuted by the laws created for blacks, we're all versus the blue. We are not versus each other. If you don't like black people, or you don't like white people, or you don't like Asians or Latinos, that's on you. But I can tell you this, we're all in it together versus the coppers. The coppers are the problem. The politicians, remember what they said in North Carolina, you have to get a court order from a judge to get the body cam. That's so people who are constitutional law scholars, they can't see the video. I can't get his full video to see if there was a constitutional violation based on any of the multiple officers' cameras, because I don't have any standing to be able to get the body cam footage. If I looked at every camera, I would be able to tell you that's a civil rights violation right there. But I'm not allowed to look at the footage. They've created laws in North Carolina that we have body cams for transparency, but now anybody who's a scholar in the law cannot get a copy of the body cam footage because Republicans and Democrats voted together to make sure you couldn't get the body cam footage. I guarantee you, if I look through the body cam footage from all the cops in Zebulon, North Carolina, if I had the last month of all their body cam footage, I would find civil rights violation after civil rights violation after civil rights violation. And they know that. So now they've limited it where you can't even order the body cam footage if you're a constitutional law scholar. You can't. I can't see it. It's all hidden. So if any of you were offended, I don't give a shit. Screw yourself. Get off my channel. Don't come back. If you're too offended about the laws were created for blacks, or you're too offended that I said the black guy doesn't know the law, I don't care. Get the flock out of here. Take your shit and go. I don't care. I'm not here to win you over. I'm here to educate you. If you don't like it, I don't care. Get out. Get out. I don't care. I'm going to tell the truth whether you like it or not. I don't give a shit about you liking me. There's whole channels you can join of people that don't like me, okay? Go join them. I don't give a shit. I don't have any sort of prejudice towards blacks, whites, Asian, Puerto Rican, Filipino, yellow, blue, green, purple, pink. I don't care. My real bias and my real ire, my real focus is on that blue team over there. That's what I'm against. Not against any black people, white people, Asian people, Puerto Rican people, not against any of y'all. So if you took anything I said as racist, go yourself. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. Take you and your happy ass and scoot along. I just got to be clear. Someone just said something. I just got to be clear because I'm not going to sit here and validate myself or my position. I'm just going to tell you, if you can't take the truth, there's other channels out there that will lie to you. I'm just not one of them. All right. I'm just being honest. I'm just being honest. I'm just going to be honest with you guys, whether you like it or not. And if you can't take that, listen, I'll get blowback and heat from anything I say. So I just say it. You know, it's about overturn Terry versus Ohio. It's about us coming together because we're on the same team. We're versus the blue team. If you hold some prejudice because you're a boomer and you were raised hearing the N-word like I was on my playgrounds where I'm from, then you have to reprogram. We can't say that word anymore. We're not allowed to say any form of the N-word. It's just changed. Culture has changed. We're not allowed to say it anymore if you have white skin. I don't understand it because it was in all my favorite songs, but I'm a little bitter about it. I no longer get to sing Tupac or Snoop or Dre, the music I was raised on. So I just don't even listen to it anymore because I don't want to sing lyrics and get in trouble. So, you know. Anyway, did I forget anything here today? You know, yeah, Robert, you know, it's so true. You know, you have so many bones in the wrist. The fact that gentleman in Ohio, that they threw him on the car and they put him in the end torture cuffs is now back up. Audit them. Can you review one of my latest videos, bro? It's called When Lying to the Police Goes Wrong. Sure, we still got a couple hundred people in here. Let's do it. Audit them is a buddy of mine, and I really like this guy a lot. So he wanted me to review one of his videos real fast since we're already live here. Let's do it. It was called, it's called When Lying Police Goes Wrong. Sure, let's check that out real quick. Let's check it out real quick. Quickly. Okay. Videos. I got the video here real quick, so let me share this real quick on StreamYard. Let me present this video real fast. When lying to police goes wrong.
It is your favorite auditor, Audit Them, the one who encourages you to audit them. I am at the Niles Township government entity. Here to conduct a 1A, monitor government to ensure it is being conducted in the public interest. I did come here before. So let's see. Hello. Sure. Yeah.
Sir, you can't go in there. Hi, how can I help you?
You need, sir. Hey, how's it going? I'm monitoring government to ensure it is being conducted in the public interest.
This is a private office.
Oh, there's no signs on the door.
Out.
Sir, I need to
File
look at
it
these.
through the, you can go on our website and file your Freedom of Information Act.
Okay. I could do it in person too. I just need to take digital images of
Call
these
the
public.
police.
There it is right
For
there.
trespassing. You've been asked to leave.
No, sir.
So that's it right there. Now that the police have been called, just so everybody watching, once the police show up, they can physically grab this man in the name of officer safety. That's called Terry. I just want to be clear that everybody knows.
This is public records
You're
here.
trespassing. You've been asked to leave.
No, sir. These are public records I'm looking at here. There's no sign that says restricted.
The police are on their way.
That's good for you.
Yes.
I haven't committed any crime.
You have when you've been asked to leave.
No, sir. I'm here for official business.
You are here for no business.
Of course I am. I'm going to be requiring requirements that are supposed
And
to
we'd
be.
be more than happy to fulfill them, but
Well, that's what you should ask first instead of threatening the police.
Can you send someone out right away, please? We have an intruder.
An intruder.
Someone who has been asked to leave who refuses to leave.
I mean, the entitlement of these workers.
No.
I'm here for official business. I have business here.
I'm sorry. I can't talk to both of you.
I have business.
Sorry, I'm on the phone.
Yep. Where's your block diagram, sir?
It's on our website.
It's required to be displayed in person. The second requirement is online. It needs to be displayed first.
He's just being very belligerent.
She's lying to you, officer. I am recording video. She's making a false police
cannot
report.
talk to him when you're talking to me.
You're making a false police report.
Okay, I'm sorry, officer, can you repeat?
There's no signs forbidding entrance to that office. That office is not restricted.
I'm not sure.
She told you not to go in there. That's all.
There's no signs. Those are all public records.
Black hair, pink pants, black shirt, white stripe. These. About 30. Mhm.
I'm here for official business, ma'am. I have the right to be here.
I cannot talk to you at the same time.
You are making a false police report.
Okay, but I just can't really hear you.
She's making a false police report.
Sandy.
Good job.
No.
Deprivation of rights.
No. I would take a ladder.
Can I have a FOIA form, sir?
We don't have one.
Thank you.
I'll file one on a blank page.
Okay, appreciate it, thank you. Yes, there's our business manager and any assessor's office, the assessor is.
Good afternoon, officer. This gentleman.
Hey, how's it going?
We're getting a lot of FOIAs lately. Okay. He came in, he told him he couldn't go in, he went in, I asked him to leave. He refuses to leave. He's welcome to file a FOIA. But he's just, he has other issues.
Okay, so he wants to file a FOIA?
Correct.
Can he
Which
do
is
that?
what he's doing now.
Okay, so he needs to stay until he finishes filling it out, or can he do it online, or?
He could do it online.
Okay. What's going on?
Hey, how's it going? Could I have your unique identifier to start with, sir?
Okay, it's 213.
And your first name?
It doesn't matter. Let's get to the,
Okay.
let's get going.
So what would you like?
How can I help you?
I don't need your assistance. I'm here to conduct FOIA. The gentleman did mention that that's restricted access past that point.
Okay.
Take a look at this. There's no signs on these doors. This is not restricted. These are all public records.
Okay.
That's the reason they called you, because I went past these
When the
doors.
receptionist tells you not to go in somewhere, then it means you don't go in.
No, that's not how it works.
Okay. So, and I'm sure going forward, you're probably gonna put up signs or something like that. Or
Sure, put up
move
signs.
Or move that information out here.
That's
So,
fine.
I know the point, you want to fill out FOIA.
That is
I know
correct.
You don't want to disrupt them. They don't want to disrupt you from filling out your FOIA.
Here's what I'm gonna do at this moment. We're gonna go ahead and have you file a police report against this employee here for filing a false police report.
She's not filing a false.
Okay, can I
She's not
have?
filing a report.
Yeah, well, she called the police. She filed, she did make false accusations.
Yeah.
Okay, ma'am, I need to see the township's block diagram and operating budget to begin with.
She's not the FOIA officer, that's why you have to file.
Okay. No, it doesn't require a FOIA officer. These are records that shall be displayed under Section 4 of the Freedom of Information Act. A short summary of this township's purpose.
Well, he's with his mother-in-law, taking her to the doctor.
Where is that displayed, sir?
Okay, so you're waiting for the FOIA officer?
No. I'm not waiting for the FOIA officer. There are records here that need to be displayed in this township. This is a public body.
Okay. Yeah,
I need to see those records displayed. Ma'am, where's the operating budget?
Okay, she might not be the person.
I'm not
to
at
talk to.
liberty to give that information.
Of course you are. You are a government representative, ma'am.
Well, everyone is different.
Section 4, that is correct, sir. Section
All of this
4.
information is on the website.
Sir, this is the second option here that says a public body that maintains a website shall also post this information on its website. Before it being on the website, it has to be displayed in the public body. Section 4, each public body shall prominently display at each of its administrative.
He's just laying down the rules they're supposed to follow, and look at her face.
So I need to see a brief description of this public body. I need to see, which will include but not limited to, a short summary of its purpose. Where is that at?
On our website.
No, that's the second option. It needs to be displayed first in person.
When you do FOIA requests, you do have time, you do have days to respond to them.
Right, but this is not something that's supposed to be gathered. This is something that should be displayed.
That is not our lawyer's interpretation.
Sir, I don't know who your esquire is. You're talking about an esquire. This is a requirement by the public body. A brief description of itself, which will include but not limited to a short summary of its purpose. I need to see a block diagram given its functional subdivisions.
We don't have that.
Okay, well, this is a requirement.
No, this is your interpretation.
No, sir. Each public body shall prominently display at each of its regional or administrative offices, make available for inspection and copying. This is not my interpretation. These are the words, and you are in violation of state law. You are calling the police, making a false police report.
We are not making a police report.
This door is open to the public.
Okay, now we're getting to that point. So
There's no way I'm trespassed here, sir. There's never any way that I'll be trespassed.
I've been the account manager is my official title.
Okay, so I mean, he may have certain points, and I don't know. I'm not versed with what. I'm not going to read all that right now.
Okay.
Because that's why we have somebody that works here.
Sure.
This is their building. They understand.
This is
all
not
the
their
rules.
burden, sir. This belongs to
the
everybody
taxpayers, I
here.
get it. But they're the ones
Everybody
that are
here.
responsible.
They are beneath the organizational chart,
So some of the
right?
stuff that
The
he may be
organizational
minded
chart
to-
is the residents at top. They are beneath the residents
Right.
because they're
He
employees.
may not know the answers. That's what I'm getting at.
Well, that's
So that we're trying to find somebody
Yeah.
who may know the answers to help you out.
And he
Sir.
will not be in until tomorrow.
Till tomorrow. Okay.
Okay. Well, sir, besides your FOIA officer,
And we're out of his cards.
okay, can you put these cards on the desk here so I could take a look at them, please? Those are supposed to be accessible for the public, not behind the counter there.
According to.
According to state law, ma'am, those are public records open for inspection and copying. You see how it works, guys? I'm not going to be trespassed. That door over there is open to the
You're
public.
just wasting everyone's time.
No, you are wasting the officer's time for making a false police report. 100,000 people may see this video, sir. You're wasting their
And
resources.
you're gonna look very silly, but that's your choice.
Actually, you're the one who's looking the way that you described, sir. These are all public records. I'm here to verify you have these records according
And
to state
again,
law,
all of it is
and
on
you're
the
showing
website.
incompetence, sir. The second option is to post this stuff online.
I don't know what Ross can do.
Well, he's the attorney.
What did you expect the police to do? Come and beat me up and arrest me and trespass me? That's
I was
silly.
literally right around the corner.
Silly that you make a false
No, that's what she was hoping would happen, that he would be grabbed and put in torture cuffs.
police report,
It
ma'am.
wasn't a false police report.
It is.
No.
You said I was
There is
belligerent.
going to be no police report.
You
This
said
is
that I was,
just
okay.
a disturbance, and we came here to check it out.
Sure.
And you are just reading state statute.
A
which
disturbance-
You have every right to do.
Okay, a disturbance
And you
is,
pointed out certain things for him to address, which he did. He moved the cards forward so
Yeah.
that you can check that off your list.
right. But the thing is, my man, I'm conducting an independent audit here.
Uh-huh.
Okay, a disturbance is a ILCS, Illinois Compound Statute Code.
Uh-huh.
There's no way that I'm conducting in any compassion or any
Sir,
commission
that's
of
why we came.
a disturbance, right?
It's
Do you have a call event number?
I can give you the event number.
Please, yeah.
Sure. You ready to write it down?
Yes, I am.
Okay, it's today, so it's 23.
Okay.
06.
Hold on. Let me see.
Okay. You need that number? She's getting it for me.
Sure.
Yes, please.
That is
14.
Okay.
Okay. And now you're good. So let me check with them to make sure.
Yeah. Let me just take an image here of. Okay.
How much longer do you think you're gonna be here? Just so I can let them know. Out of courtesy, you want to let them know.
Yeah, probably, I don't know, 20 minutes.
20 minutes. Okay.
You guys would be far gone.
Yeah, we'll be gone.
Just go back in there, please.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Sure. His body cam is on too?
That's our policy.
Okay, I wanted to get your identifier there, sir.
How would I get your identifier?
Which type of identifier?
You have to carry a driver's license on you?
You don't need that, sir. You don't need that. See, my point here, sir. It is available, it's required to be posted online.
And you're more familiar with that than I am, so.
Okay.
This one, the one that's over there?
Yeah, I would say that.
Yeah, just do another one.
See, he's telling him to put a sign on the door that says restricted area.
Right, and I bet you by tomorrow or the next day,
Sure.
they will, which is good because you're helping
But
them.
it is in a way,
Mhm.
but if we read through the state statutes,
Just make this look pretty.
that's the clerk's office. That clerk office has supposed to be open during normal business hours. So I highly doubt that they're gonna have a sign up there.
They should then open up the store and maybe they're
Be
gonna modify things.
transparent.
Yeah. Everybody has different rules. That's why when I said it's his
Yeah.
building, he knows about this building more than I do.
Sure.
Okay, thanks. Okay, bye-bye now. Okay, so I just spoke with our administrator, and what he asked, because he is the FOIA officer.
So how do you feel now? How do you feel now, ma'am, after making a false police report?
And put those look heavy. You want to put those down?
Yeah.
Where do you gotta go? There, let me move this
You
way.
can put right here.
Yeah, it looks pretty heavy for you.
Yeah.
I'm sure you want to get going.
Write down what you want.
Okay.
Well, it's not what I want necessarily. It's what records I'm requesting.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Write that down.
Okay. So yeah, I'll go ahead and file my form here. But it's educational purposes, ma'am. I monitor government to ensure it is being conducted in the
I don't
public
need to know.
interest.
I don't need to know.
Yep.
Just write
Okay.
down what you want.
Can I have your business card? He moved the cards here. Oh, okay.
Just don't have room.
That way I can file a potential complaint on you.
Go right ahead.
Okay. That was uncalled for. All righty. I'm always professional, sir. I'm always professional. I like to see the employees act courteous, forthcoming, honest, upholding the public trust, and I also like to see non-compliant, combative.
That's the FOIA officer's card.
Okay. Is he presently available to
No.
speak to?
That's what I said.
No, okay. Okay, I'm gonna be filing my FOIA form here. Sir, I needed your name and unique identifier.
Officer Harbin, 215.
Thank you,
You're
sir.
welcome.
You did,
And your name, sir?
FOIA does not require a
just
name.
asking, that's
Yeah. The gentleman here, you did speak to him. Was your body camera working when you were
Yes, sir.
talking
The
to him?
red dot indicates it.
Okay, good. So you do have a copy of that there. My man, give me about 15, 20 minutes. I'm gonna finish filing this form. Then I'll be all set for the day. I am gonna go around the public body and where it is open to the public to inspect further government records.
You're only allowed in the foyer.
Wherever I'm allowed to be. I won't go on anywhere restricted, ma'am.
Right, just the foyer.
Okay.
I mean, look at how she claims, just disgusting. Remember, this is someone's mom, aunt, cousin, sister, and she's better than you are.
I don't know where he's gonna want to use.
Wherever it's open to the public, sir.
That's why I don't know the answer to that. That's why
Yeah.
I'm asking him.
Nowhere restricted. I
Because
would never
we're planning
go.
on taking off. I want to make sure all
Nothing
parties
is open to the public.
I want to make sure.
Somebody needs to use the restroom. And then
Okay. I just want to make sure both people are comfortable.
Well, it's not about comfort. It's about upholding the law, sir.
It's about whether or not the government workers are comfortable or the officers feel safe. That's what it's turned into. Whether this guy feels comfortable and whether these guys feel safe. That's why he said it's not whether about you feel comfortable or not.
Faithfully discharge the Constitution.
Right, but I want to make sure before we leave.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to call.
You seem like fair gentlemen as well, but
in front of you with the camera on, they do.
Can't say the same thing about these two staff
I
members
just
here.
met all three of you for the first time, so everyone seems to be very nice here.
Yeah, you work for the village of Skokie.
Yes.
Okay, okay. I did also visit the village of Skokie.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna file these forms here. I do have a question with this hall here. Okay.
Excuse me.
Yes, sir. I'm monitoring governments to ensure it is being conducted in the public interest. Say that again?
I'm helping people.
Take your time. Looking at these public records here.
Whatever. You want to wait outside so I can get to you? You have a pen with you? Excuse me?
Yes, sir. I'm just monitoring government, sir.
No,
I'm
you're
inspecting
interfering
government
with
records.
me. You come in and start messing with my private property. I mean, that's not very nice.
This is not private property. Thank you, sir.
Of course, this guy happened to be a prick.
This is not private property. This is
Whatever. What do you need?
public records.
What do you need?
I'm taking digital images of the public record.
Whatever. That's fine.
And I'm
All
also
online.
monitoring government to ensure it is being conducted in the public interest.
All of this is online.
It's required to be in person before online.
What's that?
This is required to be displayed in the public body before online. Section 4 of the Freedom of Information Act, sir.
What do you need?
I don't need your assistance. Thank you.
No,
Just,
you're holding me up while I talk to the customers here.
oh no, sir, I'm out of your way. I'm
yeah,
inspecting these
you're-
government records. What's your name, sir?
You got it right there.
Okay. You need to hold that. All righty.
What's that?
I was gonna say your name is Scott, sir.
That's me.
Okay. You do have a completed assessing certificate required.
Are you interviewing me or interrogating me, or are you picking up on public records? I'm
No,
not clear what-
Are you interrogating me?
I'd like to see
I'm
your
not clear on what
assessing.
you're up to.
I'd like
No,
to
no,
see
no,
your
no, no.
assessing certificate.
Your what?
Your assessing state
Then you
certificate.
go outside and wait in line until I'm done with them.
I could do that.
Now go on.
Okay. I'll look at these images here.
Now what I say.
Oh,
You can wait outside in the waiting room like everyone
sir,
else.
that's
in
not the
world.
way to talk to people, sir.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Okay.
I'm sorry. You're right.
I've been nothing but courteous and forthcoming,
Of course.
which is your requirement to be courteous and forthcoming, not
Let
mine.
me know when you're done.
Okay. I do see the Illinois Property Assessment Certificate there, sir. That's just what I needed to view. I'm glad that you have it posted instead of in file cabinet. That's a good thing.
I don't recall how we do it.
Okay. Thank you, sir. This video may be viewed by over 100,000 people. Maybe.
Oh, really?
Yes, sir.
I'll get my name right then.
Oh, so what is
They'll
your
be
name?
calling me.
Scott.
That's me.
Okay, sir.
Mm-hmm.
You're supposed to be honest, forthcoming, transparent,
finding I'm
courteous. You were acting very combative, sir.
That's what?
Acting very combative.
Whatever.
You have a nice day,
Down
sir.
here.
And I'll call him.
All righty.
And leave him a message.
Look at the patience he has to sit in the fire and wait. Such patience.
Oh, I'm gonna go get my water bottle.
The water bottle, huh? Reminds me of James Shrew.
So you see what they did here. They filed a false police report. Sandy filed a false police report. I believe the township clerk in there made some false accusations as well. This is not going to look good on the township here. This video may be viewed with over 100,000 people. And the keyword is maybe. People would voice their inquiries, maybe reach out to the township supervisor. Anyhow, let's finish filing this FOIA form here. What did you gentlemen decide you wanted to do? Stick around and wait, or?
Okay, I'll wait till the next call. Fill up my water bottle.
Oh, okay.
Feels good in here.
I would like it if you gentlemen leave before I do. I don't want to have my back toward, leave and have them think that the police came and escorted me out of here. So I might turn this into another hour inquiry.
Okay, I can check with them.
With public record. If you'd like to check, yeah.
I am going to check.
The only thing is that they're the aggressors in this situation. They're the ones who's violating the law.
It's kind of up to you. You're sitting there.
Okay. Sometimes that's
The gentlemen have better things to do.
okay. We're a phone call away, so if you need anything, just give us a call with anybody. Okay. Thank you.
Just in front of you, gentlemen, ma'am, I'm going to be filing this FOIA form in the next 7 minutes. I'll have it completed, and that'll conclude my business. Thank you, gentlemen. All righty. Oh, I was go in there, sir, clerk, take digital images of those as I originally was, and that'll be it for today. So I do have my FOIA form filled out here. I just needed the clerk's business card.
Oh, I don't believe it's here either.
Okay. Where can I obtain that card, ma'am?
I can give you. His email, if you like.
Okay.
Want me to write it on the back of mine?
Sure, you can
Or
write it
right
here. And could you include the name as well, please? Was this gentleman in the red shirt that came out, he's the clerk?
No.
What's his title?
He's the accounts manager.
Accounts manager, okay. What's his name?
Bert.
Thank you. B-U-R-T.
I
Bert.
accidentally left a space there, but it's.
That's
all
okay,
one.
it's okay. Alrighty, so let me go ahead and include my email here. You see, ma'am, these are requirements the public body shall have displayed, but I'll check in the near future. I might have to file the declaratory relief. It was just uncalled for the way that you called the police and made false accusations, ma'am. So, let me check that public record and all that. So, if I could just have a stamped copy of this, ma'am. This is my FOIA request for today. I have here operating budget of 2020, credit card statements of 2020, block diagram, last 20 FOIA request receives, and personnel record of Sandy, Scott, and Burke.
Want a copy?
FOIA request, yes. I am going to begin an internal investigation in this public body here for false use of police resources for potential fraud when I do receive the budget. And that was your original paperwork there. I just need a date press stamp of this copy, please. I'm always professional. Take care, guys. Alrighty. And I was going to take some digital images of these. All right, my business is concluded for today. Bert, you have a wonderful day.
Bert doesn't want to be friends.
See, guys, I always have to make myself more courteous than the employees, more forthcoming than the employees. I'd love to see the employees courteous and forthcoming and honest. I also love to see the employees, some employees combative, belligerent, rude, non-compliant, and the bad word is lying. I like to see the employees when they do the bad word of lying. But then again, it's all for matters of public interest. There's no signs on the door that prohibit a member of the public to walk into the clerk office. According to state law, the clerk's office is supposed to be open during normal business hours. But that's part of my education here. Hi.
Hello. Hi, Sandy. Hi, Jenny. How are you? I'm good. You still have music and roses. Hey, Bert. How you doing? Oh, lots of boxes.
See, people are always friendly and happy. But the employees here today unfortunately failed the audit because they called the police thinking that a member of the public can be trespassed for not committing any crime. The police came and informed the staff, oh no, he has the state law here. He's inquiring in reasonable.
So it looks like this is just
and
torture.
Verifying if the public bodies.
It looks like this is the torture.
Within.
Look, it looks like audit. Looks like audit them is just taxing their asses for being so rude.
Make sure you do hit
just
the thumb up. Make sure you do share. Make sure you do. If you did want to inquire with the township, do that.
So I dropped the original video link right down here in the comment section. Make sure you guys get over there and subscribe to Audit Them. He's really good at what he does. Really good at what he does. So right on, right on. Well, I've been here for almost 3 hours. Tegrity, what's going on? Your confidence is poquito. Hey, can you guys do me a favor? Are you guys on Instagram? Because I have deletelaws.ig, and then I have my Instagram, which is ChilleDeCastro _ 2022. So my comments, when you first start on because I had an Instagram with like 30,000 subscribers when I got canceled in the 2021 and my accounts got deleted. So I didn't want to rebuild an Instagram or a TikTok, but I've slowly rebuilt an Instagram and a TikTok. Good job over there, Audit Them. Super proud of you. But on my Instagram, on ChilleDeCastro, you should see the bootlickers. There's just so many bootlickers on here, and I need a little bit of balance. So if you're on Instagram, pop over to my Instagram page, ChilleDeCastro 2021. I also have a Twitter page that's getting inundated with trolls and haters, because when there's nobody there at first, when no one knows you're there, it's just trolls and haters. And that's what's happening on my Instagram account. And that's what's also happening on my Twitter account, which is Delete Laws on Twitter. It's also Delete Laws on IG, but the Delete Laws on IG is still pretty small. DeleteLaws.ig, 527 followers. I just started this. I don't know anybody. I don't use a lot of hashtags. I just figured it would grow naturally if I just kept putting content out there. So if you want to engage with some haterades and some cops, my Instagram is full of cops. It's full of cops on DeleteLaws.ig, and then on ChilleDeCastro, which I've had for about a year now, since the end of 2022. So this is just inundated with cops. Like, there's so many cops in here. Where, I hope you're never going to call us. I would rather never call you. insurance, you have to call for break-ins, you have to make these certain phone calls to the cops who then can come there and arrest you. But, you know, I got to get more people over to Instagram and more over to Twitter as well. My Twitter is just full of haterade. It's just full of haterade. And I get a little sick of it. But at the same time, it's never going to be easy. It's always going to be difficult. Always. It'll always be hard. And so on Delete Laws, you know, 760 followers. We just started on Instagram. But if you guys want to get over to Instagram, it's just Delete Laws right there. And that's the Instagram and the Twitter. I guess am I over here? There you go. Now you can see both. There's the Twitter page, and the Instagram is the same, but deletelaws.ig if you guys want to get over there. Yeah, I'm not gonna. I mean, every time you talk about race in this country, you're risking going through cancel culture. I already went through cancel culture once. I was called a racist, which my website says defining the history of institutional racism on a timeline. I teach that the laws were created against Black people, but somehow through that analysis, that doesn't make me real popular with some of the older boomers who still have a tinge of racism in their minds from being raised that way. It doesn't help me grow my platform. Every time I talk about how the laws were created against Blacks, people leave the channel. People leave. White people who don't want to hear it, they leave. So I've been called a racist, which is, I joined TikTok to teach young Black men about Terry versus Ohio. I went to TikTok first. I figured I would warn the young Black men. But what I found, and I continue to find, is there's no political leadership for the Black community. You have a lot of entertainers and dancers and singers and actors and managers and UFC and all these people in the Black community who are a part of molding some kind of leadership for the Black community, but no political, very few, if any, political Black leadership, besides guys like Crump, who is a civil rights attorney and he has a job to do, so he's not going to be going into politics. The Black community needs a Black leader who is a politician and not a preacher, because people are running away from religion today. They don't want anything to do with organized religion anymore. That's just what Pew Research is showing us. So the Black folks need a political leader, and I'm no longer going to try to recruit, because I tried that last time and I got called racist. So every time you talk about race, you're walking a line. I've already been canceled. I've already been called a racist. You can look up my name. It'll say ChilleDeCastro's a racist. You can get my poster called Defining the History of Institutional Racism in America, but somehow I'm a racist. Okay. So every time, you always just got to be careful. You always just got to be careful. You know, I lined out for Black folks that the laws were created against y'all, but that was just me hiding my deep, deep racism. I got to get the flock out of here. If you guys do not have my indestructible trifold in your car, why don't you have it? It's only $9 to download digitally. I give it away for free. The hard copy's $30. You should have my trifold in your car. If you don't have it in your car, if you have it in your car, why doesn't your nephew or your niece or your mother or your father have my trifold? Have you taught people the touchdown position? Trifold goes in the left hand, phone goes in the right hand. Have you taught people this touchdown position? Do you have my trifold in your car? Why don't you? Why don't you, dude? Why don't you? Whether you're Black or white or Puerto Rican or Filipino or Asian or you're pink person, you've got to have a trifold in your car. You've got to have it. If you don't have it, you have a chance of getting hemmed up. You got a chance of answering a question. How long have you had your driver's license? A year. Oh, well, you were supposed to change it within 6 months. Can you step out of the car, please? You should have my trifold in your car. I give it away for free. I don't want to give it away for free, but I will. I give it away for free if you can't afford the $9. What more do I got to do for you, bro? What's up, Playboy? What's up, really? What's real? I mean, really. Go to the website, Delete Laws right now, Delete Laws with a Z, and order your $9 print at home. And if you lose it, you have the PDF. You can reprint it. You can reprint it. You can take the PDF I sell you for $9 and give it to all your friends and family. and say, look what I bought you. I bought this from this website. I don't care. I don't care if I lose the $9 from your friends and family. Give it to all of them. I don't care. Just get it in their cars. Have it in your pocket. Do not interact with coppers without the trifold in your hand. Don't do it. And then did you guys see that the guy that got pulled over the other day, he did not have his license and registration and proof of insurance on a laminated card? The guy, I just showed you his video. He forgot his wallet, he said. He had no way to prove it was him. He had no registration. He had no proof of insurance. He gave them the registration. He had the registration to the car. He didn't have proof of insurance, and he didn't have his driver's license. And he's still free. That's amazing. That's amazing. Do not give the cops a chance to say, I don't have all your paperwork. You have to go to jail. Why don't you have my trifold in your car? Why don't you have it? Why don't you have it? I said, I'll give it to you for free. I said, you could take the free model and give it to your friends and family. What more do I got to do as one human being trying to help others? If you can afford it, buy it. I need your $9. If you can't, I'll give it to you for nothing. Is there anything else I can offer? I mean, I'm doing everything I can as a person. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Dr. Donna, good to catch you. Bruce, the Tribe, Kinetic Customs. Jack, what's going on, Power? How you doing, my friend? Integrity News. Soy Leal. I am in Vegas currently, Soy Leal. James, what's going on? Knight Rider. Soul Child, Shakur Capital, the Tribe. What is going on? Cop Critic, what is going on? Young. DLZ Clips is in the room right over here. DLZ Clips is here, everybody. Get over there and subscribe. And then Solly here. Vote Republican, everyone. You know, I'll bet you that in North Carolina, the legislature that made it so that you had to get the body cam, I'll bet it was mostly Republicans. I'll bet it was. So I don't know if I'm down for that. P-Rex, what's going on, my friends? They've divided the good people's thinking. They want to divide us by race. Don't let them do it. They want to divide you and me by race. And they want to say, this man's a racist. This woman's a racist. This guy is a white supremacist. This guy's a black supremacist. Don't let them do it. Don't let them divide us by race. We're smarter than that. We are. All right. Anyway, Gloria, good to see you. Good to see you. Nice to see everybody. Your confidence is poquito, amigo. I did not see my Cope Dog. I didn't see V Boyer. Chevy! I saw Chevy in here earlier just for a second. WTF, what is going on? What, Curtis YZ, what's going on? The Bruce, the Greg, what happens around here? Mikey, what's going on, Mikey? Where's my buddy Mikey? Bronco Nation family. Jeff hates pigs. Jeff hates pigs. Jeff hates pigs. Knight Rider. All right. I'm going to get the flock out of here. Thanks for coming to my TED Talk. I'll see you guys on the next one. Later, Gators. And so that's the news, folks.